Wow, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Gross.
What?
What's gross about spy equipment? There's a reason for it.
That's space.
Are you still looking up dots?
Space.
Spice.
Hi, Internet.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Internet.
Hi.
Hey, what up, Internet?
Welcome to our car wreck of an episode.
Why is that?
Because of this movie.
That's you.
Is it? Huh. Guess I'll tweet this shit.
Yeah, please do.
Don't get too excited about it, Chuck.
Why don't you just go ahead and not laugh right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Are you
I'll put
laughing?
$25 in.
Okay.
There it is, the live stream.
Can't believe there's a .space domain. That's so fun.
I know. I'm gonna do my name .pizza.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need
It's only like
pizza.
$15.
Mine is apparently make an offer.
BJ. Make an offer.
Yeah. No, BJ.pizza.
That's weird.
It's probably owned by someone who intends to turn it
Like
into a
BJ's Pizza.
pizza-centric blowjob porno site.
Oh.
Sure.
Which is what I would do with it. Duh.
Who ordered the large Italian sausage?
Right.
Right. There.
Wow.
I heard there was a problem with Donna Cobble.
I could get my last name .works.
Works? Yeah.
Like WORX?
WORKS, unfortunately.
yeah.
Don't want that.
Or .computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, dot computer.
Help computer.
Yeah, like fuck the .computer.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd visit that site.
Let's pop out some chat.
You can fuck a computer.
Chisel.
Hey, chat.
Hey, chat. Hey, chat.
You up? Oh, good. Now I get to play the Where Is This Tweet, actually. This?
Yes.
1 minute. Yes, 1 minute ago.
View one new tweet. Computer view tweet.
What?
I said computer view tweet. Meh.
The only way to talk to a computer. Yo.
Sweet Jesus, preacher man. Hey, we're live.
Yeah.
We've been
Yes.
live. We've been live.
Sweet.
We have to edit out all your racism.
Oh,
which
again.
I try to include as little racism as possible.
Oh, so
My
you're
life and the podcast.
inclusionary.
Man, I still
No.
can't believe our American Samurai live stream has 4,406 views.
People want to see that
4,000
movie.
Probably because it's Mark DeCosco.
4,400 people
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
thought they were going to see that whole
Yeah,
movie.
and the picture is Mark DeCosco's being incredibly angry. Like, oh,
Yeah, well,
How many views?
suck on that.
4,400. Did we ever monetize it?
Oh, yeah, they're all monetized.
Sweet.
Yeah.
If we
That
actually-
4,000, we might have made like a whole
Yeah,
3
just
or 4
imagine if we did that for all of them.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even need a Patreon. So we should just be deceptive on every single video that we make.
I
Put a thumbnail of
That's
the
what I
movie.
do every week.
Yep.
I do miss like having
pretend to be a
all
human
the
being.
chats archived.
Hmm.
I do miss that.
Yeah.
Even though like when you read them back later, you know,
makes no fucking
however this
sense.
was over a year ago. It's just like, but that band is awesome. Yeah, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's just It's,
It would be really cool if they did it like SoundCloud. They should buy
oh, the
SoundCloud.
timestamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Are we on SoundCloud?
No.
Nope. Fuck SoundCloud.
Okay.
Except for that thing they do. That's cool.
Which thing?
The thing I was talking about, the timestamp.
Oh, the
comments.
timestamp comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Except everyone's just like, oh man, I got to find a space and just this is my part right here because no one else commented right here. Love this part, and it's just like the weakest breakdown ever.
What? Is that a thing that people do on?
Well, like, because, like, you know, if things are popping up, they'll find some part of the thing where there's no one commented, and it'll just be like, oh, this is the best part. It's like, no, it's not. We're looking for a part of the song where no one
they
had
like
commented.
that part.
No, they don't. There's no way.
I just like finding trap songs, and then kind of when you hit the big drop, where it, you know, the big whatever kicks in, you can just comment and say it's a trap every time.
Oh.
Is your username
It's a trap.
Admiral Snack Bar?
Yeah, it is actually.
Captain Snack Bar.
It's Admiral Snack Bar Esquire.
Yeah. I report all of your comments for obscenity.
Oh, damn it again!
I'm trying to think what's like the another branch's equivalent of Admiral. So like General,
Yeah,
like General Snack Bar.
Yeah.
Air Marshal.
Oh, Air Marshal Snack Bar.
Yeah. Air Marshal Snack Bar Pentecost.
No.
Wasn't he Marshal?
No.
He was Marshall Stacker Pentecost.
Marshall
right?
Will and Holly. I don't know.
Marshall Tucker Pentecost.
Man, how long have you been waiting to tell me that? Hugh Jackman just like comes in with a fury, like, "Hey, snick, motherfucker! JCVD was on that shit." Sorry,
He wanted to get it out before he forgot about
that's
it.
fine,
He's
that's
been
fine.
sitting
It's
on
fine.
it for days. Days.
it was just a joke. To be fair, there was Diner right next to it. I just couldn't get as good of a shot. Right next to
Diner was there?
Yeah, in the same little place.
Yeah,
in
Funhouse is still better than Diner.
It is.
Way better than Diner.
And JCVD is probably better than both of them, but, you know, it's still my joke stands.
Oh my god, Harlow, listen.
Like 30, it took me like 30 minutes. God. Sorry. It's Scott Pilgrim.
It's like a whole episode. Friends.
A whole episode of Friends. You gotta have
Friends.
friends. That's what it's all about.
What?
Oh, never mind. I said Marty Krofft songs. Because we're old.
Yeah, the side of the
I
table.
think that was
over
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Oh.
Oh man, we are just gonna bring the thunder tonight. You are in for a treat, folks.
I already brought all the thunder I got. So
Yeah, treats.
here.
Did it in the intro.
You missed the thunder that apparently already happened,
Yeah.
but we'll try to muster up some more.
I like treats.
Yeah.
I like tweets.
It's bold stance.
I like
Yeah.
feets.
Oh.
I like meats.
Are you aware of this site called WikiFeet?
Wiki feet.
No, what's Wiki Feet?
It's gross.
What's gross about it?
It's feet.
It's a database of
It's
where you
just
can see
feet.
people's feet.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like Mr. Skin, but for feet?
I mean, there is skin on most feet, so I'm going to go as a lot like Mr. Skin, but specifically targeted at feet. So not so much a butt,
Oh.
but not butts, feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Man, we got some new people in the chat. I like this.
We do?
Well, I mean, not new, but like not like
Not
immediately
like
the
the
same.
usual
Maybe,
suspects.
yeah, not the usual suspects like right away. I mean, we're welcome usual suspects. I'm just
yeah.
like we like to see names that we don't see all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, American Pie. What were we thinking? Hey! I pointed out 314. That was it, and then
No, and you said we should do one of them. Their American Pie
I
movies.
said a pie something joke, and it became. You said I think one of the straight to video American Pie movies.
No, that all came from you.
I left as this conversation started. I was like, I have to
I think it
leave
was still on the
room.
live stream, so someone can totally
It was your
judge,
idea,
jury,
and I was like,
executioner, all this.
I'm all for when one of us has an idea for
Oh,
a
wait,
movie.
No, we didn't because we specifically turned it off because we
Right.
didn't want to spoil our joke.
Right.
Oh. So it's not archived.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
not archived.
evidence.
Sorry.
I bet there's still a recording of it.
Let me see this fabulous 4-pack, please. Thanks.
Fab 4.
Man, they just went all out on this, didn't they?
Yep.
There's slices of pie on it. Do you get it?
Uh huh.
Because that dude fucked a pie in that one.
Right.
It was the first one, and then they just kept the name.
Yeah. Except for American Wedding and American Reunion.
They weren't that American.
Pretty American. All right. Let's start this gravy train.
What?
It's Gravy Train?
Yeah.
Going off the rails on a gravy train?
Mackie, you've seen American
Dun, dun.
Reunion, right?
I've seen.
You went to a theater.
I've now seen 5.
Ooh.
Same here.
It was a group of friends
I'm on the
wanted to
5.
see American Reunion, so I was like, all right.
All right.
I'm also on the 5 American Pie crew.
It was a movie very much targeted at people my age who had seen American Pie. They're like, yeah, I remember that movie. This is a lot of that.
A lot of that.
A lot of that.
Plus, I wanted to see them prop up and pull out the needles out of Natasha Macaron's arm, or whatever her name is. Natasha Leone. Yeah. The other one's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She's
believe
on
she was
California.
barely in it.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
believe was Tara Reid even in it?
She was. Everyone.
Like, wasn't there like a...
That was the one they brought back everybody for the reunion.
Okay.
At least for a
it,
second.
it was the third one where it was like they had a phone call with Tara Reid. They had where she
Yeah.
basically had a cameo.
The wedding was where it was like, oh, hey, that guy's not in it. Oh, this guy's not in it. They dug them all back up for the reunion, though. By that time, they were all desperate enough. They were like, sure.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Do that.
Sure.
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 Are you sure?
Yes. All right.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have to make a podcast.
We do.
Well, we're now officially getting paid for it,
Right.
so
I know,
we probably
I know.
better
Yeah.
do that.
We're now on the clock.
Right. Sure.
Can't put this off any longer.
Yes.
Let's talk about this movie.
Sure.
Sure.
Fine.
Sure.
Whatever.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Shirt.
Sure.
Shirt. Shirt.
Shirt.
Shirt. Unique New York.
Right.
Arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan today.
They're coming to the back. All right. We're already broadcasting. I don't have to do that.
Yeah. They're already seeing it.
Let's throw up some banners and boom, look at that.
Recording?
Boom.
Totes recording.
Sweet.
Boom.
Best.
Lips are lubed.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Things are shirred.
Boom.
We're going to do this.
Boom.
All right, welcome. Sorry, Flem.
Sorry, Flem.
Just you, Flem. Everyone else can fuck off. All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey! BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Episode 314.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. 314.
Yep, 1, 5, yeah, something.
You want to explain that a little more?
No.
Okay.
I just want to tell you that I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie.
Yeah.
Come in here and talk about it for the first half. And then we rate them. Good bad movies. Enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
All right. That's
All
the
right, Robot Jocks.
But the bad movies doesn't stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, as in douchebags after Twilight.
Oh, no.
Not our wheelhouse.
Ew.
So, yeah, it's episode 314. So we're doing American Pie
Presents.
presents
Get
Band
it?
Camp.
Yeah.
This was a good idea.
Such a good idea.
Pie.
So good.
Math jokes. Never not funny. No,
There's a couple times you're not funny.
There's some debate about that.
not even once, is what you're saying. I know. All right, let's get a plot summary for this thing out of the way, and we'll talk more about it. Matt Stifler wants to be just like his big bro, making porn movies and having a good time in college. After sabotaging the school band, he gets sent to band camp where he really doesn't like it at first, but then learns how to deal with the band.
Really? This is what somebody wrote for a plot synopsis.
really
does not like it at first. Are you...
Let's try the whole sentence again.
Oh, my God.
After sabotaging the school band, he gets sent to band camp where he really doesn't like it at first, but then learns how to deal with the bandies. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
All right.
So, you remember Sean William Scott in the American Pie movie?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
Well, remember his little brother who was like, you guys are fuckers.
No.
Oh, well, he's grown up now, and he's a dick, too.
Oh.
Neat.
Right.
Yeah. You know what would be a good idea?
Make an entire movie about that guy?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's such a good idea.
We're in
That's
luck.
a fucking good idea, fuck knuckle.
Yeah. Making a whole movie about that piece
Shit.
of fuck.
Yeah. This might be an extra profane episode of
Hell.
motherfucking BMFcast.
Dude.
Crap.
Yeah. We watched the unrated version.
Yes, we did.
Poop. Look how unrated we are.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, this guy. Like,
No, none of us do. It's
Yeah, this guy.
I mean, all right. So, first off, if you haven't seen like American Pie, congratulations on, I don't know, dodging that cultural bullet. I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fine movie at of the time, I suppose. But
Okay, sure.
it's a movie that
It's a 90s movie.
yeah.
Watching this makes me wonder.
don't. I mean, this is.
It makes me wonder.
You can't compare these
I
like
know
direct-to-video
you
spin-off things to anything to do
can't.
with the original.
It has that same
I will
ethos.
I will
guess.
agree with you that by making these, it weakens the brand, and ergo, you look at the whole thing with like a higher level of disdain because of like these direct-to-video bullshit things.
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
there's 15 other Bring It Ons. I still love the original Bring It On.
Okay.
Oh, the director of this happened to make some of those.
I know.
Yeah,
he did.
An expert in ruining franchises.
Sure.
It exposes the underlying shittiness of those.
I suppose,
or
yes.
at
There's
least
a
that.
formula.
I've only seen one, so
There's a formula to the American Pie movies, much like the Police Academy movies, where it's just
don't you fucking besmirch.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a formula there, and this movie is kind of following the same thing, which is just be gross and terrible and win in the end. There's just not those other characters in it who are actual human beings.
Yes.
That's the difference between the actual American Pie movies and this one. Is this one is just all about the biggest asshole. Like enjoy him being on screen 96% of the movie.
Yep.
Because I mean,
to be fair, they found someone with the mannerisms of Stifler Alpha.
okay.
I mean,
Kind of. It's a guy doing an impersonation of that, but also trying to do a Jim Carrey impersonation
Sure.
at the same time.
Yeah, and they get in the way.
yeah, it was off-putting, and yet so it's like effort in like a extremely morbid kind of way. It was kind of like, wow, you actually found someone to act just like him in
It's slightly
a straight-to-video version of it.
it's slightly endearing that guy committed as much as he did.
That's what I'm trying to say.
when
yes.
everyone around him was just like, Jesus Christ, guy, you are the worst.
Right.
You're not a human being.
yes.
He is just going for it.
So I'm just saying, like, compared to original Stifler, you have this Earth 2 Stifler here, and it's pretty good.
Sliders,
Stifler.
Stifler sliders.
You do not want Stifler sliders, trust me.
No?
No, you do not.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to disagree with you about that, but
All right.
every fiber of my being hates this guy.
But you're not
But
supposed to like Stifler
I know,
either.
no, but Stifler has a charisma about him in a weird way. In that, yes, he's an asshole, and yes, you don't want to be around him. And and Sean William Scott has obviously just cultivated that whole thing his entire career.
I honestly think he broke out of that and became someone
Yeah.
we liked. I think if you go back and watch original Stifler, and that was the only time you ever saw him, you'd be like, fuck that guy forever.
Oh, it took a while for Sean
Sure.
William Scott
Yeah,
to be
that is
tolerable.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
But there's
This guy was one and done, so he's always going to be that fuck that, second-rate chintzy direct-to-video Stifler guy.
Chintzy Stifler. In.
because I mean the way he's written in this, yes, he's a complete piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
And when the movie starts, it bam right into it, 100%.
Yep.
Hey, fuck locker. Why don't you shit on your damn hell?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
No,
He
oh,
was
no,
really,
right away.
No, they were
He
really
works fuck.
really trying.
It like everything becomes
Twice a sentence.
something fucking something.
Yeah.
every other sentence
I was
for the first 10 minutes or so.
I was
whenever he
amazed
speaks.
it did not persist. We thought for sure it was going to be every line of dialogue. But he's a little scrawny man, and he's apparently on the football team, which
Like quarterback or something.
It was like-
Star of the football team.
Okay, and he's got two mushhead buddies who sound like they're all dubbed by the same person. Mm-hmm. They're just like, yeah, bro, let's go do a thing, And so the movie starts with like the band rehearsing for graduation. Mm-hmm. And then Stifler and his buddies are like, come on, guys, let's fucking do this fuck stick thing. And they take like pepper spray and they go in and they just spray down all the instruments with pepper spray because hilarious, funny stuff.
Yeah.
And so then the graduation ceremony commences and the band gets sick.
Yeah, they do, but he also he gets caught by the girl who, not Mandy Moore, but she's on like Ballers and other stuff. But she looks exactly like Mandy Moore.
Yep.
But like, who is the main female character of the movie? Who is like, I guess she's the leader of the band. She never plays an instrument, but she's like the conductor,
Right.
almost.
Yes.
I wasn't aware most marching bands had a straight up
She played
conductor, but
She played the flute
Piccolo.
and also piccolo.
not
They never
in the
showed
band,
her
though, yeah.
playing it.
No, she never actually.
They showed her playing it.
Oh, you were paying more attention than I was.
I
'cause
was.
I was
Yeah.
reading
I
about
was-
Supreme Court arguments through most of this movie.
Drinking all
Because
the
it was
hate
way
in.
more interesting. And funnier.
Yeah.
But
Anyhow,
like,
he also steals her piccolo that he thinks.
Is a giant steel double dildo.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in a big steel case that's got like bullet shaped ends, and he swipes that. He's like, Picardo.
It's like
That must mean it's a
he
fucking
is
dildo.
Yeah.
Man,
obsessed
it's
with a dildo.
It's a
Yeah.
fuck pipe. I'm gonna fucking put this in my fucking pocket. Damn, bitch hell.
I did appreciate at least the fact. I mean, that's the thing is like you feel like there's someone there who has a couple of neurons still firing in their head because when he first found it, he was like, "Hey, it's a Steely Dan," which is like the kind of reference you wouldn't normally get in something like this or ever.
No, but
I don't know.
coming out of his mouth, it's
fine.
like,
I'm just not going to say anything else about the rest of this because it's just you're just going to look at me and go, "No."
No, it's.
I'm trying to find a silver lining about this movie
Well,
here.
good luck. I mean, there are a couple
There's
of
no
silver
talking
linings
dogs.
because, like,
That's a
okay,
silver lining.
Well, so like after he does his pepper spray bullshit, he puts the pepper spray back in his pocket, which then dumps all over his junk.
Yeah, because he falls over.
Yeah. Oh, he slips on drumsticks, which the movie thankfully dubs in a whing noise when he does that, so he fell down. So yeah, that happens, and so he has to go wash his junk in the water fountain that's behind the stage, so that when it's revealed that everyone is puking and running away screaming because they've all been pepper sprayed, the curtain comes up and he's just back there washing his nuts in the water fountain. And this is like the one thing that makes the school principal or whatever go, oh my god. Not everyone running away in terror because they're bleeding from the eyes.
No.
It's Stifler,
This dude's seen a lot. He's seen that already.
Yeah,
before.
He went through one Stifler already.
That's true. So
Yeah.
So Stifler gets sent to a guidance counselor.
Yeah. Who's the Shermanator from the original movie?
Of course he is, because it
Because
doesn't take long
Because that
to...
redheaded guy didn't have anything better going on, so shit. And he was like, "Oh, you'll give me like $200 for this? Oh, shit.
Sure, yeah.
Man.
Free meal.
Yeah, you guys got catering there?
I'll hang out, do whatever you want.
Yeah, how many days you need me?
Yeah, I can work every day. I can do my own spinoff.
I got a sleeping bag. I can hang out in the corner. It sounds like a good gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the guidance counselor now.
Sure, because obviously enough time has passed for him to get that degree.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Because it's 2005.
Yeah.
It's a full 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm the Shermanator, and I'm going to teach you a lesson because I'm a robot. And
Yeah, he's
bleep,
still
blop,
doing the
and-
whole Terminator thing because
Yeah.
that's what you do when they bring you back for the direct-to-video sequel and you don't have anything else going on.
You hit all your greatest hits.
Yeah. So yeah,
all
but
your catchphrases.
he basically tells him that expulsion would be too good for him, and so he's going to have to learn how to be in the band and go to band camp.
Right. Record scratch. What?
Yeah. He's about to find out.
We didn't see that coming with the name of the movie or anything.
No.
That scene is in the trailer when he's like, you're going to band camp, and Stifler's like, band camp, bleh. You know, it's like, oh fuck, that's when the record scratch hits in the trailer, and then they show all the band camp bullshit. So
Yeah.
but yeah, then he goes to Camp Band Camp or whatever,
Yes, Camp Band Camp.
whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Yeah, where it's immediately established that the counselors or whatever are a bunch of hot chicks who will be the ones that get naked later on in the movie because they have very few speaking lines.
Yeah.
And that all of the bands that are there are in competition, and that, of course, there's one that's the rich kids band that wins every year and got the cocky frat boy thing going on. They've just transplanted it to band camp.
Right. Because okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like 5 schools at this thing, and there's like a camp-long competition. And the winning school has one person who gets a scholarship to music school or whatever. So the rich kids have won for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. There's your plot.
Yeah.
Like every band or every camp movie ever.
Right. It's always those rich kids win every year. How do we... us
How do we defeat the rich kids? But yeah, so...
Stifler shows up. He's like, all right, I'm here, whatever.
Well, it's not even that. Like, this guy's such an asshole. He can't even just, like, put his head down and be like, fine, what the fuck ever, let's get this over with.
Right.
He has to, like, go around, like, picking fights with everyone, telling them all how big nerds they are.
Right. And he's got a plan for Bandcamp, too, because before he went on to... spychest.com, which when he types it in and the website opens up, he's like, Spy Chest, yeah!
I gotta admit, the product placement took me right out of this movie. I was fully buying the fiction, and then as soon as all this spychest.com...
Full throttle.
Yeah, it was...
Panasonic.
Yeah, all over the place.
Grape.
I could not...
So great.
So great.
Specifically, though, he was not excited about the idea of going to spychest.com.
No.
It was chest. That's what he was ing about.
I know, but
All right.
still, it was...
Well, you were like, yeah, and it's different than a...
I can't do that.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's buying spy equipment so that he can secretly record everyone naked at band camp and make a video to impress his brother.
Yes, because
His brother did the same
had heard
shit.
about Jim and Willow from Buffy going nuts at band camp fucking all the time.
Yeah.
So he thought that it was going to be a big orgy at band camp.
So he's got all
So,
the spy
in
cameras.
spite of this knowledge, he still treats everyone, including the women there, like complete shit.
Yes, he does.
Because he's an antagonist.
Yeah, and so like, there's like the big reception where all the schools are there, and Tim Stack from Son of the Beach and a bunch of shows is there, and he's wasted in this movie. He's useless.
Yeah.
He does nothing.
All he does are reaction shots that aren't even good reaction shots.
And some that go far too long.
And some where the editor just hangs him out to dry.
Yep.
Just hangs that fucker out to dry.
Yeah. So I don't even know how they get from...
Eventually, he's going back to... Everyone's in their band camp T-shirts and all that, and he's wearing like Ladies Inquire Within or something like that shirt, and that's when Preppy McFuckerton comes up to him and is like, "Oh, you're not wearing your beanie, and you don't understand. I run this camp."
Even better, the Preppy McFuckerton's last name was Van Camp.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
It was Van de Kamp.
Van de Kamp.
All right, well.
Yeah.
A little bit more on the nose, please.
Yeah.
Van de Kamp.
Yes.
This one time at Van de
The
Kamp.
band camp.
So they've still somehow had the jocks versus geeks thing.
Yeah. Because this guy's
In
just,
here.
I'm the elite band camper, and you will wear your beanie because you're a rookie. Ugh. And Stifler's like, that's a bunch of fuck. It's...
But interestingly enough, like, it's weird that he immediately grabs, like, he's got the whatever it is, the band leaders, the big marching band staff thing, and just tags this guy in the nuts with it.
Yep. It's the first of many felonies committed in this film.
Yeah, tags this guy with the nuts, and then he's swinging around like a bow staff.
Yeah. He's like, I'm fucking white Jackie Chan, y'all. Come on, I'm going to kill you.
And that's when our two people of color in the movie, the one big black dude who eventually goes uncredited, despite
being in the whole goddamn movie.
being throughout the movie, having a billion lines, uncredited,
Yep.
who I guess he's also in Ballers now too.
Yes, he is.
He is.
Along with the main girl who's on it. But and then their Asian friend who wants to be a gangster, but they're just like they immediately jump Stifler.
Yeah.
And they're like, get away from him. And
Oh, dude puts, Stifler in a headlock.
yeah,
It's just like, stop this shit. Knock it off.
yeah, and because it's like everybody's like, you don't understand what you're doing. You like, there's all these secret rules here or something.
Right. And then it's just like, you need to go see the
macro,
macro.
which is like the
Stands for something. Who knows?
yeah,
It's basically the main.
it's the morale activation crap.
Yeah. And it used to be some dominatrix Willow from.
Yeah, Allison Hannigan.
Yeah.
It used to be her.
Yeah, but she had to go.
But she's pregnant
Fuck Jim and go away.
Yeah, because Stifler, because Stifler being this person that they've created for this movie, like the door opens and it's Eugene Levy,
Yeah.
and Eugene Levy's being Eugene Levy, and he's like, "Hey, you're Jim's dad." And
Yeah.
he's like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "Yeah, I heard how Jim fucked the brains out of this redhead crazy chick and fucked her and all that." And he's like, "Yep, yeah,
Yeah, that totally happened.
yeah,
All right.
that's my son's wife now. Yep,
They're having a
that's
baby.
why they're having a baby."
Thanks for your well wishes. Yeah. He's like, so I'm in charge of morale, and maybe you should not be a jerk, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go out and be nice to everybody? How about that? Stifler was like, yeah, that sounds like a glass of fuck. Let's do that. And like, is this like he goes straight to the cafeteria and is just immediately like, hey, girls, come chomp on my wiener?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes.
That's actually my pickup line, and you'd be surprised at how often it fails miserably.
I mean, just this whole
No,
movie.
I wouldn't be. I would not be surprised in the least.
No?
At its failure rate.
Wait, you
I mean, it's approaching 100%.
That doesn't work.
Wait, approaching.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you like counting future maybes or?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot more
There
sense.
are girls on which it hasn't failed yet.
Okay.
Oh, well, all right. I guess that's a slight success rate then.
Margin of
So it's
error.
in that in an
Okay.
infinite number of universes
Right.
area.
Hey,
Okay.
girls, jump on my wiener.
And one day,
I just say that as I walk into any room with ladies.
you know what? I bet this Stifler does too.
Yeah.
Lob a grenade. You're bound to hit something.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same way I play
Somebody's going to catch
first-person
the
shooters.
shrapnel
Just
once in a while.
throw a grenade around the corner and walk into the room.
But yeah, but
Because he's just like, I got 10 pounds of dangling Stifler meat. Who wants that? And they're just like, oh, God. All
this
right.
fucking guy.
Why don't you just come to our room later and we'll give you the business?
15 yards for giving him the business.
Well, so it's Mandy Moore and her Mindy Kaling friend who is there, whose name is Crystal Lightning.
Shouldn't it be Mandy
That's a
Less?
It's Mandy Less. Let's call her that. Yeah. So the tuba player is this goth girl, played by an actress named Crystal Lightning, which is the best name. And she's just like, yeah, Stifler, you should come to our room later tonight. It's going to be off the chain. It's just... It's so dope and shit.
Yeah, because she's
You know
just
how the
playing
kids
into
talk.
Right.
Well, she's playing into his whole like,
Yeah.
let's go party and fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm Stifler. Band camp,
Yeah.
fuck time.
Yep.
Jump on my wiener.
Hashtag.
Hashtag fuck time. It's 2005, so I don't even know what that means.
I invented the hashtag. Stifler Jr. seems like he would be the guy that invented hashtags.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a pretty shitty thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
A little stiff.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Little Stick.
But yeah, but she's totally playing along. She's like, oh yeah, we love fuck time.
We
Let's go.
will fuck ton you.
Let's go back to
We
the
love
the
hashtag
dick.
chopping on cop.
yeah.
We're gonna juggle your balls and stuff.
Gonna get a visit from the cock goblin.
Yep.
Yes.
Put your butt in our mouths. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that sexy dance happens, and then and then Stifler's like, "Okay, ladies, what are we here to do?" And he's rigged a spy cam to his hat, and he's gonna go spy on the ladies.
Yes, because
That's
his
the
box,
most resigned
his
description of
spy
anything.
chest box has shown up,
Right.
with everything clearly labeled, like shower cam
Yes.
and hard drive and hat cam,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
all that.
Yeah.
Did we mention his roommate? He has a band camp geek roommate
Yes, the
kid.
nerdy saxophone player.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Who
he's-
BMFcast alum, you
yeah,
guys.
BMFcast alum from Super Buddies.
Yeah. He's unsexy sax man.
Yeah, he is. He's just nerdy kid.
You're right.
He's into robots.
Yeah, played by Jason Earls,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a BMFcast
named
own.
Ernie.
BMFcast own Jason Earls.
And,
But so of course, as soon as he walks into the room, he's like, "All right, buddy, you live in the closet, and I'm out here because I'm Stifler. Fuck yeah!" Blah! And,
Right.
tosses the kid in the closet, and he's like, whatever."
Yep.
So anyway, yes, he has a roommate.
Yeah. So he goes to the girls' room and he's like, "All right, time to make the fuck. Let's do it."
Yeah,
And they're just like, "Nah, let's play this game. Let's
Yeah,
play strip
it's
trivia."
Strip trivia.
Strivia.
And all the categories are like,
They're misleading on purpose. They're
Yes.
like
They're-
fourth down or fourth and long.
Yeah.
and
Who blew me?
who blew
Yeah,
me?
right.
And He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck. We're gonna make fuck once I get all these fucking clothes off you,
Would you like to make me
damn
fuck?
ladies.
Yeah, berserker.
Yeah.
For jerk.
Just say make me fuck.
For jerker.
wow. Wow.
Damn it.
Yeah.
This guy.
So, yeah, they get him in there, and he gets the first question wrong because,
Right.
of course, because it's like, what's the longest movement in Beethoven's Fourth Symphony? And
He's like, "What?
he's like, I don't fucking know
What
that.
the cock is this fuck?"
Yeah.
That, you know.
Yeah, when's the fuck time? Stifler's here.
And the ladies are like, "Well, we'll get started. We'll take our tops off because that's only fair, right?" So yeah, he's like, hamana, you know, and so
Yes, all those
Well,
things.
yeah.
they still have bras on, of course.
Well,
So they've
sure.
just taken their t-shirts off.
Still, it's impressive. But yeah, so they're just going through all these questions that he can't answer, and he's just like, "Well, I guess it's just gonna have to take it all off," and he does, and it's just flapping around in there for a while, and then they're like, "Hey, you know what would make this even better? Secret beer. There's beer across the hall. You should go get it." He's like, "Okay,"
Yeah. Totally naked.
and they're like, "No, you got to go naked because that's the game." And he's like, "All right, whatever." So he goes to get the secret beer, but the camp nurse.
Well, they lock him out first.
Okay, well, sure.
Yeah. So he's like taking 20 minutes to find the beer.
Right. Which
The
is
nurse
literally
comes-
across the hallway.
Yeah, literally. And the nurse is checking on everyone. And
Yeah. The nurse, by the way, is Ginger Lynn, who is a legitimate porn star. Was.
Yeah.
And this movie treats her like garbage. I don't understand why they've cast her in this movie. It just...
She doesn't
They're
even,
like, oh,
I
she's
mean,
so ugly and weird. And,
yeah.
Like, no, she's,
I hate to
she's
put
fine.
it this way, but she
She's
doesn't
better than
even get
Truck
naked
Fine.
in the movie.
no.
You know, and it's kind of like, if you're going to cast a porn star, they don't give much of a shit about getting naked.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Because she also doesn't really have any lines either.
Yeah.
So it's like, why? I mean, it's nice that you've cast her, but what is the purpose of this? I mean, the movie is just mean to her. Like, even one of the files on Stifler's computer says something like Nurse Doubtfire or something on her file.
That's
It's
not nice.
It's gross. It's it's disrespectful.
It is.
She's
really.
a legend.
All right, then.
This woman paid her dues.
Right.
Show
And
her
then
some respect.
She's got to fucking act a scene with, his fucking Stifler hanging out while he's sneaking back across the hall.
But she goes and knocks on the door, and the girls are like, "Go away, fuckwad." And, she's like, "Ladies."
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, no, put her tops back on." It's the nurse.
Yeah. So, of course, the good girl, Mandy
Less.
Knott. Yeah, Mandy Less. Opens the door at the same time. Stifler opens the door across the hall with all the beer and record scratch. Cut to them in Eugene Levy's office yelling at each other and
Right.
him just being like, "You guys have to get along."
And Stifler's dressed in ladies' clothes at this point for some reason. They would not give him his clothes back.
Yeah.
So he had to put on like a daddy's girl tank top and boy shorts of some bullshit. And Eugene Levy, I mean, look, as much of a whore as he is for being in this movie, he's still doing Eugene Levy things that are helping his cause somewhat, where he's just like,
It never feels like he's phoning it in.
No,
It just
no.
feels like nothing was written for him.
yeah, he's just like, go be
it
Eugene
was
Levy.
like, it was like, just deliver this stuff like you would say it, but the reason he works in the first movie in particular is because he's saying like the most uncomfortable things, but in the nicest possible way.
Right.
And they don't give him uncomfortable stuff in this at all. It's just
He's just reacting.
yeah,
Well,
he's just
look who he's talking to every single scene. You can't make Stifler uncomfortable. He's
Yeah.
a walking
Yeah.
pile of uncomfortableness.
yeah, which is
You know?
pretty much why it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Even though Eugene Levy is doing what you want him to do, he's just not given anything
His
to work
lines,
with.
he has a couple of lines that are pretty good, actually, as
Yeah.
far as like uncomfortableness, but he gets no reaction because it's Stifler Jr., so why does
Right.
he care?
Yeah.
He doesn't. So, I mean, Eugene Levy gives him advice of like, yeah, you should go make friends now. That's what you should do.
So he
that'll
does.
boost morale.
Well, he's like, yeah, okay, so that'll get me what I want, so I'll do that.
So then it's just, I don't know.
He puts the beanie on, like run around. Well, wait, no, first he doesn't get the code red first, right? Or
What?
Well, yeah, there's
he gets the code red from like a
Murdered
guy.
a guy?
well, yeah, because like first he loses them points because he's not wearing the beanie and because also the son of the beach guy is just totally up the ass of Vandenkamp because apparently his dad is the biggest donor to
Yeah.
the camp, as we find out later. So like, he just follows this kid around kissing his ass. And so, of course, Stifler gets in an argument with him and won't wear the beanie and then tells him he's a fuck stick, shit rag, douche cum, whatever.
Ooh.
And, and so they lose extra points because there's, as all these things work, there's a point system going on.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 points for Gryffindor.
Yeah, so they start out -5, and then, of course, so this anger enrages all of the band kids.
Yeah, they're kind of upset about it.
Yeah. Who then kidnap him in the middle of the night, which is basically the Asian kid and the black kid. Kidnap him and
Time to a
like
tree.
time to a tree and like glue the beanie
on
to his head.
And shove toothpaste up his nose.
Yeah. And they said it's not pepper spray, but it'll do.
Yeah. And they're wearing disguises, which is funny because
Yeah,
it's
they're wearing pantyhose over
very
their head, but
clear
it's
them
like-
to him, very
Yeah.
clearly them. But
Well, the Asian kid has like everything, like his entire face cut out, right? Isn't that what it is, or is he just?
No, he's just
got
like-
it. He's got it so tight.
it's so
you can
tight
clearly
you
see-
can clearly see who he is.
Yeah. Well, both of them.
And the giant
And the black
guy-
kid's just the only
Yeah.
black kid there.
Yeah,
so
he's blindsided.
Also
and he's
probably
also
only
like
7
6
foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
6'8".
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
But yeah, the next day he's like, guys, thanks for everything. This is magical. It's an all new me. Thanks for the code red last night. I feel so much better.
well, because he called it after. Okay, so there was a scene where, just 2 or 3 dumb, stupid things happened. But at some point, he calls his buddies who are vacationing in Detroit.
They call him.
They call him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's on the phone with them. They are partying hard in Detroit. Like at the finest clubs in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, man, Detroit's awesome. We got fucking shot at already.
Which
and-
I guess still existed in 2005. So
did.
it's a
man.
fun time capsule of a movie.
no, his friends are dead.
Oh,
Yeah, this is all in his head. This is why he goes to band camp. It's really all a metaphor.
Oh.
His friends died.
Yeah.
They didn't go. They went to Detroit.
Oh, like to
your
the
dog,
farm?
Like your dog went to the farm.
so they went to
Detroit.
They got sent to Detroit.
Yeah.
They were partying in Detroit, which is slang for "I no longer exist."
Okay, so
so he was dealing with it the only way he knew how
Okay, so
by going to band camp.
He's imagining
they went the
this
final 8 mile.
right.
He's having this imaginary conversation on the phone with them, and they're just like, "Bro, why don't you just like make fuck with one of the nice people and then get in that way, huh?" Yeah. And then he's like, "Yeah, bro, that sounds great. I'll do that." So then, like the next day, he's just like, "Gosh, guys, let's all work together and do things because we're a team." And
Yeah, and he tries to learn how to march and somehow does like the worst impersonation of walking I think I've ever seen.
I don't even know how it's possible to
I
do
gotta
what he
admit,
did.
it's kind of funny in a way that like I don't even know how you move your body like he was doing it.
He looked like a horse trying to count.
yeah.
Yes.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a John Cleese Ministry of Silly Walks thing happening where it's just like, what? How are you? There's no way. But yeah, so he's trying to march in time and not even acting like a human. And is this what leads to the drum off or whatever?
Yes, because Vandenkamp comes up and is just talking shit.
Yeah.
And
He's been assigned the triangle.
Stifler can't handle it
No.
at all. and basically challenges him to a musical duel despite having nothing to back himself up.
Well, he's
just-
been given the triangle as his instrument.
Yeah. So, Doofy McBandface is up there, just like banging away on drums, just be like, I am the fucking raddest.
Well, he's just got a snare. It's a marching snare drum.
I know, but he is just, I'm the baddest motherfucker on drums ever. And then, Stifler gets up there with the triangle and just basically just starts spinning it around. Is like, huh? Check this out. And people in the crowd are just like, fuck you. You are the worst.
Yeah.
And if there's
With
one
good reason.
if there's one saving grace of this movie, it's that during the editing process, the ADR people were like, we're going to put as many people off camera in this movie telling him he's a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Just constantly, just like, you're an idiot. You're the worst. So that happens, and then, guys just drumming away, and Stifler runs off, and Tim Stack is basically like...
round 2. Of not needed when he clearly...
Completely unnecessary. He just got fucking owned. And
Yeah,
Tim...
but it's 2 out of 3, man.
I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, band rules.
And so Stifler runs off, and Tim Stack is always, well, okay.
Guess he's disqualified.
Winner by forfeit. And then all of a sudden you hear bagpipe music, and you're like, wow.
And Stifler comes in wearing a kilt, playing bagpipes.
Yes. Playing
I think
Play
he's-
that funky music.
Let's be clear. I don't think he's wearing a kilt. I think he's wearing a tartan skirt that he found in one of the girls' rooms because that's about the size.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
It's a schoolgirl skirt that he was like, I will take this and
Yes.
make it my own.
Yeah. So he
Either way.
comes in and jams on the bagpipes, and then
And everyone loves it and is singing along. And
Well, if he's playing that funky music, white boy.
and it
And,
just-
and this is a 2005 movie, and these are kids that are supposed to be like 16.
Everybody knows that. All those fucking white people know that song.
I don't think I'm gonna say no. Probably
They-
not.
I mean, that song was
yeah, that they
fairly
would.
old when I was growing up, and
Uh-huh.
I still...
It's one of those songs that
Definitely
because of like movies like this demonstrate, because it's also in 100 other movies just like this,
Wild
where it's just
Cherry?
like when you get a soundtrack of just the most basic, like cheapest whatever you can get, nonstop played on the oldie station songs.
yes,
They're in all of these movies.
sure.
So, but anyway, I guess they win a point or something.
Yeah, well, does he win the? I guess he wins the competition back.
Sure, they
Yeah.
make up the 5
Because
points
everybody
they
likes
lost.
him playing the funky music as a white boy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he is
lays
also
down the
recording
boogie.
people in the shower.
Yeah, he set up cameras in the ladies' shower and is recording them. So he's committing felonies
Yes, he
by
sets
the bucket load.
He puts one camera in, and then gets dismayed when it starts
fogs up.
fogging up right when the ladies are comparing vaginas, as you often do in
Well,
the shower.
it's vaginal topiary is what they were.
Yeah, they're
comparing.
comparing their...
Yeah.
They're styling.
They both went to
They're ladyscaping.
They went to
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands and had various animals cut into.
Yeah.
their-
One of them had a bass clef, I think, and the other...
Sure.
Yes,
How low can you go?
an open note.
Dum.
And so his roommate is like, "You fucking idiot! You got to use the shower cam that says, steam proof on it. This one, the one that's clearly labeled
Shower camera, yeah.
for illegal activity."
Well, the reason his
Felon
roommate finds
camera.
out about it is Stifler has the laptop on his bed and has put like a sheet around, so he can just jack the Stifler sausage in peace, but there's this like,
So he can have himself a bone rodeo.
yeah, but there's 2 robot eyes going around the room
right.
that go under the screen and are looking at him,
Yeah.
and then eventually he sees it and it yanks the thing off, and he's like, "What the fuck is that thing?"
Right.
And the roommate has a RoboCam little thing.
Yeah.
It's remote control robot with 2
Dr. Robot.
robot eyes.
It has 2 eye stalks, and the top of the eye stalks are what you think of when you think traditional round webcam.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, just
And they're independent of each other.
Right.
They're constantly just like wild and crazy. They are both
But-
arms and
But this is how the
eyes.
2 of them bond, is because the kid's like,
I want to take it back a step. I'm like, I want to understand what the point of the dual eye stalks is on this robot. Like, why does it need stereo vision?
So you can look at
Is it recording
skirt
3D?
and feet at the same time.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It
you
seems
gotta get the
seems
feet.
a little odd.
It is.
No,
but
in practical this movie purposes.
I who knows?
All right.
Guy was just like, why put one camera on it if I could put 2 on there?
yeah.
I've got dual controls. So
It was
yeah,
to
they-
make it more
yeah.
human, so it wasn't as alien and frightening.
yeah. So they bond over that.
Yeah.
And
Bond over
then-
that, and the other kid tells him, "Yeah, here. Why didn't you use the one that says anti-fog shower cam?"
He's like, "Oh, great! I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy." And he's like, "I like Crystal Lightning." And Stifler's like, "Dude, you gotta like show her your robots."
Yeah.
And there's like this weird scene where the robot like brings her an energy drink, and she's just like, "What are you doing?" The robot just take the drink.
Well, he's got a microphone.
I know, but it's
Hello, pretty lady. Take the drink.
she's
It's
like,
okay.
"Oh, all right, cool, thank you, little robot." And the robot just
Yeah, and then the
BB-8s
robot-
away, just
Yeah.
like, "Bleep."
The robot's like, next time, get in the van.
Yeah, exactly. Just do whatever the robot
Help
says.
me put this
What are
sofa
you?
in. My arm is broken.
What are you, about a size 14?
Do you use lotion?
Yeah, so I guess that's endearing because she keeps the pop top off of that and puts it on a necklace.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that was from.
And
Yeah,
soon they
so-
are in love.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of like everyone. Their band is getting better. Stifler is still not really doing anything.
Nope. He's just there bothering everyone.
But he's trying in his own Stifler Jr. way.
because we eventually get a montage of like all the good times and happy stuff happening. And
Which is
whatever.
usually like practice, practice, practice. Weird, wild thing you would probably not have at a band camp. Like, you know,
they have a lot of free time.
Well, they have-
for being
they
in
They
a
have
band
an
camp.
extraordinary amount of free time.
they have foam party volleyball.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, these are not things that anyone has, much less at a band camp.
I've been to several camps throughout my youth, and I can't remember more than 5 minutes where there wasn't someone up everyone's ass at all times. Like it's not like any movie about camp you see. People are just strolling around, having conversations, doing whatever they want. No, you are like on a fucking leash all the time.
Man, you went to shitty camp.
Do a motherfucking craft!
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Make a wallet.
Yeah.
Hammer your name into your wallet.
My
That kind of thing.
my sister was in marching band in high school, and every year they had band camp during the summer.
Yep.
And it wasn't like go away to Tall Pines, you know. It was they spent like 12 hours a day marching in the parking lot at the school.
Yeah.
And being yelled at by the band director.
Yeah, because like the challenges these schools are doing at band camp are like barely related to music. Some of them are just like paddle boat races and other just random camp events that don't make any sense at all. But whatever, they have an extraordinary amount of free time to do whatever and have parties and just hang out and drink and
Foam party volleyball. That's all I'm going to say.
yeah, and that's in the middle of the day. It's not
Yes.
like they're sneaking around and getting away with that. It's just like let's foam up the volleyball court and go at it.
Yeah. Eventually, he smuggles liquor in.
Yeah,
Says
puts it in-
time to get the roommate laid.
Yeah, and it's like pours it in the smoothie machine. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
booze smoothies, everybody.
Yeah, and I guess they have a party where one of the counselor chicks, who's been naked frequently, wants to show the black guy some moves,
Yep.
some dance moves, and so he goes off in the forest, and Stifler has to follow them with night vision goggles and a camera.
Right. And he does a crocodile hunter thing as he follows
Too
them
soon.
Just through the woods doing his bullshit and then just fucking stalks them while, she gets undressed. And I give credit to, the dude, the big guy in this scene because he is reacting how you would react when someone of this stature is taking their clothes off in front of you, where he's just like takes your shirt off and he's just like, oh, wow, that's fantastic. Thank you, ma'am. And he's just all, I just want to respect you. And she's like, that's not what I want. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, boy. Golly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
so
meanwhile,
Stifler
Stifler
records
cannot
all this.
handle this.
No.
And has to narrate from 6 feet away, hiding behind a thing while he's committing another felony, let's keep in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everyone in this is underage. So he's creating underage pornography.
I'm guessing that counselor wasn't.
Yeah, the ladies weren't. It was implied that they were from college.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Well, still.
I know. Yes.
Black kid, not.
It-
Junior going into senior year.
Right. Yeah. And it's at this point he's already got the information from the Asian kid at one point that the Asian kid will fuck anything,
Yes.
including an oboe.
Yes.
And the Asian kid's like, yeah, man, you just fucking sauce that thing up and put your dick in it. It's fantastic. And Stifler's like, huh, all right, I'll file that away for 5 minutes later. Because, like, isn't it just basically, like, he can't handle watching all this happen, and then he's just like, I'm just going to go fuck an oboe?
He sees the girl practicing the oboe as he
Right.
walks by, and he's like, "Oh,
Well, he's mad that everyone else is getting laid.
oboe."
Okay, so he just
I'm
greases
gonna
up the oboe,
bone
Yeah.
oboe.
Stiflers it. Mm-hmm. Which is weird and
Puts his
gross.
stiff fuck in the fuck bow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck bow. So,
Do not try that variation on Tybo. I assure you.
so he's doing this.
You won't be shooting Billy Blanks.
Let me be clear. He's fucking an oboe.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, it's
He
a
is
tradition in these movies.
fucking an oboe. Okay?
Yeah.
And then is
He's all
having...
like, oh, Bo.
Yeah. And then
But he
is
realizes it's stuck.
yeah, he's having distress, and that's when the Asian kid walks in. He's like, "Oh, damn, you so gangster, son! You need some help." He's like,
Because
"Yes."
he's trying to
His
play
reaction
it.
is, I was just fucking with you.
He's trying to play it to get it off, like to
Yeah.
blowing through it
to remove it.
Yes, not
remove
the
it,
oboe's
yes.
not going to get off. The oboe's going to have a long shower
You
after
don't know.
that.
You don't know how oboes feel about those things.
I'm pretty sure this oboe had to be burned right after the film was done. So, you know, they take him into the nurse's station again, and this is probably Eugene Levy's best work in the movie because he's just like, you know, my son.
Or, no, he says,
He's-
I know someone.
A young man I once knew
Yeah.
had intimate relations with an apple pie. So I guess that's what you kids do these days. You fuck
you're
weird things.
overstimulated.
Yeah, with the MTVs.
The
and
MTVs.
so they put him in an ice bath for this thing to get off of him, and basically you just have to watch this oboe just fall out of frame for him to go, it's off.
Was that a crescendo?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So,
Or crescendo.
yeah.
Yeah. What else happens?
Well, because of this night, they have this wild night, and he's hitting on Mandy Less, throughout the night. And she's kind of drunk, and so like basically he becomes friends with her throughout the night, and she's just like, you're lucky I'm drunk because I'm drunk, so we can talk now. I don't completely hate you because of this.
Yeah.
So they kind of bond over the night. Next day, it's post party. They're all wearing sunglasses. They're performing poorly on the field.
Yeah.
And so, she's like, oh, man, we wasted a whole day of practice. We're not going to be ready now. Good job,
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Stifler, for throwing a party and getting everyone drunk. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But,
But eventually he takes over because, like as far as, like, getting them direction.
He just starts barking at everybody.
Yeah.
It's like life or death. Come on. Get with it. Mm-hmm. And he's starting to grow a conscience because, like, at one point, Mandy Less goes into the shower and he's sitting there stiflerizing in front of his laptop like, oh, and then it's like, nah, I can't do it. Just shut this down.
Yeah.
And I guess this is when the cheerleaders show up.
Well, it's
Soon.
Once
It's
they're
the next-
actually...
Right. So,
that
I mean,
next
like,
day.
he is like getting in with Mandy Less because she is succumbing to his bullshit.
Well,
and-
apparently they grew up together.
Yeah, they did. And he
she's
did
like-
awful things to her
She's
since
like, I know
eighth
that you're
grade.
not always like this when you're alone. You're not a complete piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're just trying to be the center of attention all the time.
Right. And he's like, yeah, you bet your fuck I am.
Yeah.
Hey. And she's like, oh, you. And that just progresses into like, oh, let's make out. And it's because Crystal Lightning has told her friend that you need to get laid and that will help you complete your musical writing
magnum
to get
opus.
into the music school. And she's like, oh, you think so? Eh. So they're like making out for half a second. And she's like, I got it. And she runs away.
Because she's figured out the rhythm that she
And
has
he's like,
for-
"Can we do this
Same
tomorrow?"
time tomorrow.
Yeah,
She's like,
it's
yeah,
tomorrow at sunset.
I'll meet you here. Mm-hmm. Then the cheerleaders show up. And Stifler's immediately like, hey, you want to see all the illegal shit I recorded?
Hey,
Well,
back
well,
to being
no,
fuck dog.
they show-
hell, dude.
Yeah, they show up and they're like,
What are you
hey,
doing
you
here?"
look like a fucking dork. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
It's like, I'm not a dork.
And he's like, no, they made me do this.
I'm undercover.
Yeah.
I'm just here to record shit.
Yeah. And that's what he
commit
basically says
felonies.
is they do some crazy shit and I videoed all of it. And I've been pretending to be their friend so I get all this crazy footage of.
I don't. Yeah. Did we ever really mention that Stifler Prime is like gone on to make basically a Girls Gone
Girls
Wild.
Gone Wild bullshit. That
Bullshit
he's trying
thing.
to
He's trying to
emulate
impress his
that.
brother, which
Yeah.
who's not in
Which-
the movie.
He keeps calling himself a filmmaker, which come on.
Honestly, that feels like the most accurate thing out of all these American Pie movies.
Is
Is
that
that
what Stifler went
Stifler
on
would
to-
become a Girls Gone Wild type bullshit
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Well, except this is alternate universe because he comes back later and has nothing to do with any of that.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
watch the later movies.
It's okay that they've decided this movie didn't
I'm
exist.
just saying, like,
Yeah. But yeah, so he's like, I'm a filmmaker, and come check out my new film that I made with all these bandies gone wild. Hey.
yeah, he shows it while
It's so strange. The cheerleader's like, fuck yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, they're really.
Really? All right.
It's like they're trying to make them more horrible than him.
Kind of,
It
but
is
it's
what it
it's
feels
just,
like.
It's just odd. 'Cause it just all it does is revert Stifler back to full Stifler.
yeah, because he ditches Mandy Les,
Yeah.
you know, on their second date. She's sitting out there with a blanket or whatever on the, you know, the dock where they were supposed to have their thing. And
Right.
She's gone all out, and she's got like
Right.
candles and fruit and shit.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, he's come around, yay.
She
Yeah.
wore a pretty dress.
Right.
And he's showing the cheerleader the movie, and
Right.
then
She walks in, basically. Or she's walking through the, like, doesn't basically, like,
There's
everything start
some
going
fucking
wrong.
shenanigans.
Yeah, there's shenanigans.
Yeah, because the other kid is trying to videotape the other counselors with his little moving robot.
oh right,
Well,
yeah.
he's trying to videotape under the door of Stifler presenting his presentation.
right. He's like, what's going
He's
on?
like,
What
what's
is he
going
doing?
on?
And
And-
then he has the robot flee.
But he's also
Because-
hearing him saying, like, oh, I'm not with these band dorks and everything.
Yeah.
I was just doing it for this. So, like, he hears my friend
The
betrayed me.
betrayal.
Yeah,
And then the nurse comes in again, and somebody comes in, and he bolts the
Yeah, he rolls the robot into the shower. There's more awkward
shenanigans.
gawking
Nickelodeon's gag.
ladies comparing their vaginas again, and the robot, doing weird like placing itself to where it can see the things.
It's doing its Johnny Five,
Yes,
shenanigans.
Exactly.
Johnny
Rolls
Five to
through,
life.
like drops the towel on Ginger Lynn again. Awkward for her. And then it just becomes everyone's in the same place at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? Because
Mandy Les comes back.
this is okay. I know it had to be a plot point at some point, but look, if he had the moment of I'm not going to keep recording my girl naked in the shower, I'm shutting this down. And now he is showing this pre-produced video he has made to these cheerleaders, which ends with the footage of his girl in the shower. Like, why is that still included in your production?
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
I know, he's dumb. I get it. But, so she walks in and she's like, oh my God, you fucking recorded me.
Yeah.
You're the worst. And we're like, yes, he is the worst.
Yeah, he's terrible. He doesn't deserve friends.
Yeah. And Crystal Lightning is basically also there, to the roommate, did you help with this? And he's like, well, and she's like, well, I thought we were special, and tears off the pop top.
I had sex with you.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
So,
Yeah, this is just this is the end of second act crumbling it all together.
right.
Thing,
He had
formula of the
a
movie.
moment of trying to be a normal
Right.
human being. It went horribly wrong. He
Yes.
reverted instantly back to his shitheel self. And
So the way this movie goes a little bit different than what you would normally see is this is the crumbling part. Everything falls apart. Oh, we hate you. We don't want anything to do with you. Pack up your stuff. Get out of here. All that kind of stuff. And his band, his former band, still goes out and performs. And they're going to go perform. And he's his one last ditch. Okay, I can save this. They're going to love me again. It just came to me. I have to use Epicac from the nurse's station.
yeah, I'll poison the rich kids.
that I had to use earlier because we've skipped things.
Yeah, there was a bunch of bullshit
There's
where
dumb shit.
he's
There's
just-
dumb shit where
We've
they.
talked about enough dumb shit.
I'm just saying, they make
Yeah.
him drink they empty the spit valves into a soda can and make him drink it so that he finds out what Epicac is, and
Yeah.
so he's pouring it into the rich kids drink thing. They've got Gatorade bottle things, and he's at the last second, the couple of kids see him from pouring, or he's around the drink things, and they're like, oh, he's trying to do it again, so they switch it. End up basically poisoning themselves. They poison his band.
Well, no, the two kids show up and they're like, I told you, man, I didn't want to see you here. Get the hell out. And he's
Right.
like, all right, cool, man, I'm sorry. And so they're looking down, each flavor is assigned to a school. And they're like, man, orange, that's so gross. Let's switch it with the grape. And then we'll drink that.
Yep.
And
I thought it was because they were also thinking he might. They said something like, "Oh, not again," or maybe
not again, and
They're
they didn't want to
talking
drink the
about
orange
They
drink
wanted
again.
the grape.
Yeah.
not the orange.
That's
All right,
that's all
whatever.
it was. It was an innocent mistake. But
Because
still,
orange is for losers.
right. So they take the poisoned.
Grape is for closers.
They take the poisoned
Yes.
grape.
Anyway, so yes, I mean, I'm just saying, the falling apart actually has them lose.
Yeah.
They lose to the rich kids.
They lose to the rich kids win, and the camp ends. And
Like-
you're like, what?
Well, like they lose, and like there's this prolonged sequence where Van Camp McDusherton is like riding off in his limousine, and, like hanging the trophy out the window, going losers, haha, losers.
Yeah, and the
That kid went
the
on
main
to grow
thing
up to be
is
Donald Trump.
and the main thing is Mandy Less is trying to compete for this because she wants a scholarship that will allow her to go to college.
yeah, the
And-
prestigious whatever it
And
is.
she even has a conversation with Vandenkamp where she's like, "Yeah, well,
You
I
don't
know
need
you
the
want to
money."
win this, but you don't need the money. You get to go to college." He's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, sometimes it's not about money. It's just about wanting it.
Yep.
So fuck you."
Right. And then he wins it.
Yeah. And
Good
he
on
wins
him.
it and leaves.
Yeah.
Good job,
Good
Stifler.
success story there.
Yeah. And the movie does actually kind of fade out.
It hits a point where you're like, "Holy
the
shit, that's it. How they're going to end it."
Like, is this going to pick up in the next movie? Like, they really have no third act here.
Yeah. Which would have been kind of amazing.
It would have
American
been.
Pie Redemption.
But no, they go back to school and they're setting up for the next year. He's at football practice and
Something, yeah. Basically, like all of his dude
Yeah.
bros and the cheerleaders are there, and they're
Well,
like,
he's had the moment of I'm going to delete all the
Right.
illegal porn
Yes.
on my computer.
Well, he does the whole like, I got to watch it all one last time.
Yeah, because he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, but then when he's
Naked
watching
Becky.
her, he keeps rewinding it back
Yeah.
and playing it, and rewinding it and playing it, and then finally it hits him. Yeah, this is probably not what good people do, is it?
yeah. I'll delete her.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll delete my buddy having sex in the woods. I'll just Control A and delete everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This is his moment of, hey, I'm a good person. Is
Right.
Oh, I deleted all the porn I made of my friends.
Yes.
Without their consent.
with none of their consent. Yeah, that's his redemption moment.
but yeah, he runs into the dude bros and the cheerleaders, and they're like, man, you got to show us this footage. You got to put it together by now. And he's like, can't. Delete it all.
Yeah.
And of course, they're like, oh, he's turned into a bandy.
You're a fucking nerd.
Dude, the girl is like offended. She's
yeah.
like, you did what?
Yeah. She's the angriest out of all. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
She's just super angry that all the illegal tit video is gone. She's just
Yeah.
like she was so stoked to see it and then super
Yeah.
pissed that it's gone.
I think, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
She and him are kind of made for each other.
Yeah, they are. That's why he reverted back to himself the second she showed up.
I think the implication really is that they're supposed to be awful, like the Plastics and Mean Girls, where it's like, it's not about the fact that it's porn. It's like, oh, we are going to
Embarrass
these,
them.
yeah, we're going to embarrass these losers so bad.
Right.
It's, that's where I think her motivation for this all is.
Yeah, sure. It's still really awkward.
Sure. But yes, I mean, so he
He launches a way
we
to...
don't like he goes and sees everybody except for Mandy Less first, and it's like, he concocts this thing which we don't really see until we see like the fruition of it, because the movie's out of time now at this point, so it's like, wrap it up.
Yeah.
And there was a lady there's supposedly the decision maker for whatever scholarship it is was at the thing, saw them do the puke performance and mess it all up, and so he sent her a forged letter supposedly from this lady of, come on down here and talk, we need to talk about the scholarship.
Yeah.
So of course she gets all dressed up and immediately goes down there and is like, oh my God, I got to make a good impression.
and is immediately embarrassed.
Gets to the reception and is like, yeah, you don't have an appointment with her. And she's like, what do you mean? I have this letter. Oh yeah, that's totally forged. That's not her signature.
Yeah.
Let me escort you out of the building.
Yes, security.
Oh no, she doesn't have to get, because she hears him playing her song on bagpipes outside the door.
And she's
So when
like,
she goes storming out and is like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Right.
Really? It wasn't good enough to fuck me over once. You're going to come here and embarrass me like this?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the band comes around the corner playing her composition.
Right.
Of course, everyone from the building, including what's-her-face, an important lady, comes out and is like,
Dr.
it's like, really, this is the strangest way I've ever heard of someone trying to get an application in or whatever. But
Please get the fuck off my lawn.
But you're pretty good, so let's talk. And she's
you're
like,
approved.
I thought you already said what's his face got it. He's like, nah, he plagiarized the whole thing.
Yeah,
so.
he ripped off his thing. So there was an opening anyway. Welcome aboard.
Somebody should have ripped off Stifler's thing.
And it's, I don't know. That's basically the end. I don't know. They make up.
They make out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make up.
She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgive you for the felonies and the
Yeah.
being a shitty person
And
for the last
poisoning
several
us
years,
all."
poisoning everyone, ruining band camp, ruining my life,
Yeah, you're all right.
harassing
Stifler.
Gene Levy.
Thanks.
Yep. So then they go to credits where they show scenes and the side, you know, kind of like you do normally have bloopers or whatever.
Yeah.
These are scenes that are like deleted scenes of completely different stuff. Like this is like Wake Up Ron Burgundy level of there was another movie here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Because every single one of them is pretty much not involving Stifler Jr. They're
Right.
like
It's
everyone
all
else.
the other characters who probably
Yeah.
had their own nice little movie happening.
Is it from the other movies in this
No.
4-pack?
No.
No?
No.
It was stuff deleted
they're
out of this
barely
movie.
related in any of these other 4
Yeah,
movies.
they're totally not even related. So this was just like other characters doing things and moments that were cut so they could have all Stifler all the time.
Yeah, but these are
It probably
complete.
tested poorly with the like
They didn't-
shitty 16-year-old.
You almost wonder if there was like a full movie of stuff where Stifler was not the main character,
Yeah.
because it certainly like the way this footage plays out and how much of it there is, and just other characters having personalities and doing things that don't involve Stifler, that it really makes you wonder, like, was there another movie here entirely and they just abandoned it?
Kind of think there was. I kind of do.
Yeah.
But it's weird. And
It might be in all those fucking sweet extras that were on that DVD.
DVD is loaded, my friends.
Man.
Pick this one up.
Those were the days, huh?
even the
Where,
worst
like, even
movies
a
got.
direct-to-video
Yeah.
American Pie sequel has like 20 special features on it.
It's jam packed.
Man, did that have director's commentary?
I think it did. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It really.
I might have to borrow that DVD just to listen to what that fucking guy has to say
I'll
about
hook you up.
this movie.
yeah.
But yeah, it's over.
Yeah. Thank Christ. Thank fuck Christ. No Stargrove.
Nope.
I mean-
They keep playing that one song from the end of the original.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Pie.
the American Pie song is back, but otherwise, you know.
The American Pie song is
Well,
back.
They also
In
had a couple really weird bad covers.
really bad
Like
covers.
a Blink 182 song, I think.
It's cheaper to license a cover. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, but I mean,
It was bad.
yeah.
They
They
were,
could have picked just a different song.
They were like the producer's daughter's bands.
But they did have the original I Touch Myself from the Divinals.
yeah, we didn't even
Oh,
talk
we didn't
about
talk
that
the-
scene.
Yeah.
Where he jacks off into a suntan lotion container
Yep.
Oh, yeah, how did we skip that?
because we didn't want to talk about it
He jerked off into a suntan lotion container and
for
made
3 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
Fantasizing about-
fantasizing about everyone at camp that had boobs.
Including the dorky girl who really didn't have boobs, but
Well,
That was
He's-
mildly
he's the one-
entertaining because she was not convincing in her sexy dancing. She was awkward. And
yeah.
it's also weird that girl never had her moment of take the glasses off and be hot.
Nope.
There's another movie running underneath this movie. I swear to God, we just need to peel off all the Stifler bullshit and see what actually this movie was about. See if we can find a PDF of the screenplay.
Yep. Let's not.
Okay.
And say we did.
All right, fine. It's probably on the disc.
So is it time to rate it?
Yes.
I can give us 3.14159 bags.
What is that?
oh snap!
So does that round to 3?
Pie bags.
Yeah, 3 bags.
Okay.
Yeah. There, I will admit there were a couple things we laughed at, and usually it involved the Asian kid saying something inappropriate at the worst time, but in a good, funny way. But as it is, it's like one of those things that makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder if the original American Pie has as much like cringe-worthy, just like shit that's just like, this is just not right. Like what you're doing is bad. You're bad people doing bad things.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me wonder if it's just like the world has changed around these movies so much. Because, I mean, this one's 11 years old now. Other ones are even older, so I don't know. But this guy's, he's a complete piece of fucking shit. He is a piece of fuck. And
He's a
I wish-
fuck douche, a fucking hell crap.
I wish worse things happened to him. Because at least the movie like shits on him a bit too. But the reason the original American Pie movies work is because they had a heart where it was like, yeah, we're doing raunchy shit, but like they have the moments where the characters, you know, as cliche as they've become now, where the characters are like, no, really, I'm realizing I'm doing the wrong thing and I'm doing this for the wrong reasons, and you know, all that sort of stuff where it's
Right.
like it gives the movie heart and it makes the characters feel like actual people who are aware that they're pieces of shit, except for Stifler.
Yeah.
So they've taken Stifler and made a different Stifler, played by a less charismatic actor, that is still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the thing that works about the original American Pie is the original one was like, other than Stifler, all the dudes were kind of acting like dude bros around each other. Like they were like, oh man, this bet we got to get laid by the end of the summer or whatever it was, and like they had that, and then when they were around the women, they would act totally different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think it worked because it was like, all right, I can kind of see that. High school guys are just trying to show off to their friends, but other than Stifler, maybe not really like that. So it kind of let them redeem themselves, somewhat, that they weren't assholes in private,
Right.
so to speak. To that end, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing. I was just continuing your train of thought. I didn't really hate this as much as you guys did. I think partially because I'm a sucker for the quote unquote camp formula. That just this formula like generally works. Like insert camp thing versus evil other camp or other part of the camp just works for me. Yeah, the Stifler kid's annoying. I think it would have been interesting if it'd been another movie with a little bit more of an ensemble cast instead of just focusing on him. But I'm still going to give it like 2 bags. But I mean, I think it's like I just don't. I mean, I felt like you guys were like thinking this is like the worst thing ever. I mean, it's just like I've seen way worse.
We've definitely seen worse. It was just particularly offensive today.
I don't know. It's just whatever. We've watched a lot of Vastagonists. I find it funny that suddenly you care about the levels of legality and everything, but other antagonists have kind of gotten off the hook. That's all.
It's just something that we could latch on to because it's funny.
If it's in the 80s, it's like, haha, that's funny. Hello, it's great. Like spy all you want kind of things. It's like is it just because of the proximity to now?
No, I think this is just so close to our current era, like where we are having ESPN personalities crying on the stand because they were illegally videotaped, and you're like, wow, that guy's a piece of fuck. And then, here's a guy in a movie doing it also, and it's like, it's not fun. I mean, I would probably cringe a little bit going back and watching Revenge of the Nerds a little bit because they're running around, doing a panty raid.
Terrible.
Yeah. Where at the time I was like, oh, that's charming. They just want to see naked ladies, but the naked ladies don't want to be seen. So I get that now, but I just think this movie and its technology are so close to where we're at now. It's just like it's an extra level of gross. So
also, we can grow up and learn to be better people, and discover that things are actually kind of gross, not cool. So, like violating someone's privacy in a really gross way.
I think if the character had been more charming, we could have forgiven a little bit.
Or
of it.
shooting 100 dudes to, I don't know. This sudden morality is just very weird about this movie.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, he's a piece of shit.
All
so
right, I'm just.
It's
we
also,
watch a lot of very questionable people doing a lot of very questionable things.
We do indeed.
Suddenly we're social justice warriors because of this band camp.
It's also funny to latch onto because he's shitty and it's
right. Yeah, it's because he's so fucking horrible that it's like, yeah, okay, this shit is more horrible because it's you doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
If it's a person I like, then I'd be like, yeah, you're still horrible, but
have a good time, you.
Yeah. Whereas this guy, it's like, no, fuck that guy and everything he stands for.
Yeah.
All right.
So what was your rating?
2 bags.
Okay.
BJ?
I think I'm at about 2 bags too. 2 bags too furious. I'm also at 2 bags, I should say.
Okay.
Don't watch this. This is bad. Why does this... I mean... Like has been said, there are a couple things that are decent chuckles, but man, what a waste of effort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of... My opinion is full of pregnant pauses, so it'll take too long to get through, but 2 bags.
2 bags.
It just... I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
Okay. I can remember back to a thing we did last year where we watched a bunch of 1990 movies, and I can remember 2 things specifically. I remember The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, where I believe we all uniformly said, fuck that guy.
Yep.
And then Loose Cannons, where we were like, Dan Aykroyd, you were the worst. You were the absolute worst. I feel like that here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is the absolute worst. I cannot fucking stand him. Like I said earlier, I admire that he commits to his terrible persona, but he just keeps making duck face and confused eyes and Jim Carreying into every scene. Just like it's like they just said watch The Mask and then do that, and that's all he does throughout the entire movie. I will admit, 4 or 5 times the movie made me legit laugh. I don't know if it was because I was in so much pain from all of the other things that weren't funny, and it was just like, that's mildly amusing, and then it really tickled me. But so I'm going to give it 4 bags because I just fucking hell, this thing is it can't even do the camp stuff right. Like, I just there are 2 things that you need in a camp movie. You need like a solid rivalry, which I don't think they establish very well or pay off very well. I did find it amusing that basically the rich kids win, and that's the end of camp.
And then the rich kids get disqualified off camera.
Off camera for reasons that are just like, oh, plagiarism. Well, anyway, you're in. Thanks for showing up. But yeah, I just don't think it does any of the camp stuff right. It doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it does any of the American Pie stuff right. It doesn't feel like it does any camp stuff right. You know, and I like nudity, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of it, but it's just, it's all set up in a way where it's just like, you know, when the girls are dancing around in the shower to Baby Got Back, it's like, no. I'm sorry. Someone did not speak to a lady and find out how they behave in the bathroom. So it's just all kinds of wrong. I did laugh 4 or 5 times, but
Are you basing this on all of the times you've watched ladies in the bathroom with hidden cameras?
yes.
I'm just curious.
All my files suggest other behaviors.
I'm
This is
just curious
not
what
accurate.
you're basing on this on. You don't know that there's not
My perception
synchronized
of humanity.
dance routines. Sir Mix-a-Lot in the bathroom.
A hunch. Call it a hunch.
Our understanding of women is that the majority of them don't want to be naked or seen around anyone else.
Right.
Ever.
No. Especially not check out my vagina.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
Hashtag confident vaginas.
Thanks, Stifler. Thanks for inventing hashtags. And 5 new strains of STDs.
Hashtag asshole. Let's get out of here.
Hash holes.
All right, let's take a break, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ears.
Oh, man.
My ears.
Woo!
Anybody got movies for second half?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
You?
You.
You?
Very good.
Do you have a movie or a television production?
I watched something, but now I'm not going to remember what it was. Oh, I watched the thing. Yeah, briefly about the shadows, what we did in the shadows.
Oh, okay.
And then briefly about another movie. So I'm going to be very brief about 2 movies.
Okay. So, Chuck, you got nothing?
Nope.
All right. Man. That one hurt.
I mean, you know, I know the antagonists in Pinball Summer were...
They were horrible people.
They were horrible people.
Horrible people.
But they were...
I think, but they feel worse because that movie presents its bad guy as this dude that's not as terrible as them.
Yeah.
Whereas here, they present the other guys as complete pieces of shit, too.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason it feels like it's not as bad. Like it feels like the antagonists in Pinball Summer are worse because they're the worst people in the movie, whereas this one's not quite there.
Yeah.
It's like they're equally worse people to him. At least that's how I think about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do think this was probably more of an ensemble thing. Had to have been.
It really does feel like they edited it down to just, like they fine-tuned the story to just be him. Because why is all that other footage there?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of it.
Yeah. And I think it kind of made sense why that guy took his name off of it or is uncredited because it seemed like a lot of it involved him.
Yeah.
So...
Who knows?
The thing I just don't get about that is it's so early in his career that why would you take your name off of major motion picture?
Direct-to-video motion picture. Thank you very much.
Still.
So you didn't watch the Oscars, did you?
Parts of it.
Yeah. We watched Walking Dead, and then I was just checking the website.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the
what
first
came
30
up.
minutes of it while we were waiting for Walking Dead to come on, and then it was
Yeah.
just like, no, Walking Dead's more important. And I don't like award shows in general. They're just
Yeah.
always awkward. Always awkward. You know, like the presenters are awkward and half the people don't want to be there.
Yeah, and it's weird because when I used to, like, you know, God, like 20 years ago when I was like, I could make a movie. I could do, you know, I could do something. I could win awards and all that, you know, and eventually you're like, no, it's fucking impossible.
Yep.
But watching it, like, that was, strangely, like, the reason I enjoyed it was thinking of that sort of stuff, like almost like buying a lottery ticket and spending it in your head.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of what the Oscars were for me. But now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck because the stuff I like so rarely lines up with anything. Like Mad Max got all the technical awards and then George Miller didn't get anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird this year that my favorite movie of the year was up for so many Oscars.
Yeah.
Whereas usually it's just like the stuff I really like year in and year out is just not.
Well, yeah, and like, I mean, Mad Max is pretty revolutionary feeling. Like, it does not feel like anything else that we've seen.
Yeah.
And so for them to actually give a shit about it,
Right.
it was crazy.
Yeah. It's just weird when you look back through the years at the kinds of things that were up for Best Picture at certain times where you're just like, that movie today would not even come close to an award ceremony.
Yeah.
Businesses and not my drug dealer.
Wait, what? What about your drug dealer?
No, I gotta go.
Oh, all right. Your pager going off. So.
I know a guy who still has a pager.
Really?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I know.
You got a pager, Chuck?
Hey, can I
do.
see your pager?
No.
Why not?
Sure.
When was the last time you got paged?
1983.
What?
What? I didn't hear the answer. I said 1983. Ooh, sweet. Is this a two-way? Can I like?
Alphanumeric.
Can I send somebody something?
No.
Really? Oh.
So do you get anyone? Does it beep with the number and then 911?
Let me put that back
after
in there for the right way for you, so you can see the display.
Thanks.
I take it that's work
Yeah.
required.
99% of it is just tone, you know. I mean, you could send someone an alphanumeric message, but
Yeah.
no one does.
Can we get your pager number so I can page you? No. Like 143.
Ooh, yeah. Can I page you some 911 text?
Yeah.
143 911. Oh my God, my love for you is an emergency.
Yeah. It'll be 8008135.
Boobies,
Yeah.
boobies,
Yeah. It's a classic.
boobies.
Sweet chat.
7734.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Phil, you stifler, you.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, like, when I was just laying in bed, Oscar night, just refreshing the website over and over, and there's like Spotlight won. Huh.
Did it win anything else?
I don't think it won screenplay,
Okay.
but I just, you know, that was a movie that I saw commercials for and was like, I don't know what that movie's about.
What's crazy is that guy made that. He just made a Best Picture. He didn't get directing. You know, Watu got it again for whatever fucking reason. But that guy made The Cobbler with Adam Sandler last year, which by all accounts is wretched.
Yeah.
Like atrocious.
Yeah, like didn't even come out atrocious.
Like not even like we would enjoy it atrocious.
Yeah.
Like just like
yeah.
fans of The Room would love this atrocious.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then the guy made a fucking Best Picture movie the next year. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Hollywood, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Spotlight.
That actually won
Best
the Best
Picture of the
Picture.
year.
Oh, that thing in Apple, like where I can look up my files.
Yes.
Cool. I like that.
We're just giving it to apps now.
Sweet.
So.
Spotlight's also a terrible name for a movie.
Everything about it is terrible.
Yeah, it's just a bad name.
When you told me what it was about, I was like, oh, had no idea.
Yeah.
How about that?
I hear it's pretty good.
Won some awards?
I don't mean that. I mean, like, people that matter tell me it's good.
Okay. I just think that I mean, I'm not judging it because I haven't seen it, but it just seems like one of those movies that's like, it's going to be one of those years where it's just going to go on a list of, yeah, this movie won. No one remembers that movie.
Oh,
but
you mean like Crash?
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Well, everyone remembers
I remember
Crash,
Crash.
because everyone hates Crash now.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Shakespeare in Love.
Does everybody
Shakespeare
hate
in
Crash
Love
now?
over Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Crash solved racism, don't you remember? It's over now.
Oh, it totally did.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just don't know. Like, I didn't know that everybody decided to hate Crash all at once without telling me and asking. me.
Whatever. I gave up on. I've been off the Zeitgeist internet for years now.
I've never seen Crash.
Neither have I.
Well, apparently you'll hate it, according to several people.
Yeah.
I haven't seen like
Crash
Crash Picture in the last 20
I've seen
years.
both Crashes.
I've seen the other Crash.
Yeah. Cronenberg one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
Rosanna Arquette in leg braces, am I right?
Yeah, James Spader fucking an open leg wound in that movie.
Yeah, man.
Because that's hot.
Hell yeah.
God. That movie.
So is it who's in? Is Method Man in Crash?
Which Crash?
The newer, the Best Picture winner Crash.
Maybe.
Was Method Man in it?
Or is it
Is
Red
that what
Man?
you asked?
Yeah.
I don't remember if he was
Was
in it.
Luda in it?
It's been a long time, man. When they come out, like 2005?
Getting from there to here.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna look this up now. I want to know. 2004.
4 then? Yeah. So, yeah, it's been
My
probably
man
10
Don
years.
Cheadle was in it.
Yeah, he was up for Best Actor.
Was he?
Yeah. I think so.
He's one who, like, I feel like he should have won at some point in the early 2000s, and now, like, it's not going to happen. Because he just doesn't.
He's jokey casting now.
Yeah, he doesn't pick good things anymore,
Yeah.
and it bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he didn't win for Hotel Rwanda, you don't get more of an Oscar movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's what he was up for.
Man, William Fichtner's in this. Keith David. I might
Good
have
old
to
Bill
see this
Fick.
movie.
Good old Bill.
Fick. Brendan Fraser. Cat's trying to climb her way underneath the
back on
door.
the second half, or are we just rapping?
we're just
Oh
rapping.
shit! Terrence Howard's in this movie.
And Crash, yes, he is.
Yeah,
Wait, Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle?
You look out.
Luda is in it. Boom! I knew it.
So both
Yes.
not Iron Mans are in Crash?
Yes, both
War
roads,
machines.
both of the Wars machine are in
Wow. Man, now I got to see it.
Michael Pena's in. I might have to see this movie.
Benya.
it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember watching and going like that was pretty good, and then like I utterly forgot what it's about. That's
Man, this
Let's all
movie-
watch Crash next week.
Tony Danza's in this. This has a cast of thousands.
What's
It
his
does.
character's name?
Fred?
No.
Nope.
No.
Refuse to accept it.
He probably doesn't have to respond to his name ever in the movie.
Oh.
He's probably not. There's never a line where it's like Fred. He's like, huh? Mona.
Jennifer Esposito. I like her.
Yeah. It's got Billy Fick.
Bill Furt.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
I remember liking it. Like, I wasn't over the moon about it, but
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was. I remember. I want to say there was something else that year where it was like, how did this not win? It was one of those years, but I don't remember
believe
what it
it was.
was. That's most years where it was like.
I know. That,
yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, this year was also one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I Spotlight's like the one I didn't watch. I think I watched like every other one pretty much.
I hear tell it's like an important type movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I have this weird aversion
dramatic
to
retelling of some terrible thing that happened to some people.
Oh, it was against Brokeback and Munich, and Good Night and Good Luck.
Then no,
and
not really any of
Capote.
those. That's just kind of weak year all around, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It happens.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard was up for Hustle and Flow, though.
Oh shit. Didn't win, huh?
Nah.
No. All right. Should we do a second half?
Oh yeah, that.
Yes. What?
Yes, JCVD was in Friends. I get that. So was Bruce Willis and lots of other people.
Are they still telling you things?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because I made my Funhouse joke about Funhouse being in Friends. It happened in what? What am I in, like season 9?
Yeah, you're in season 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's way up there. And I was like, we've had hundreds of guest stars at this point, and I was like, oh look, it's Funhouse.
Yeah.
Funhouse?
Hey
The
man,
pinball machine was
quit
in.
burying
Oh,
the
okay.
lead
It's in
about
Friends.
JCVD.
Huh?
Quit burying the lead on this one, man.
Burying the lead.
Yeah.
It's when you put the best part of the story like 3 paragraphs in,
Yeah.
and you
okay.
lead with something else.
All right.
Quick question. Like, we've been calling July has been Freedom Month for the last, like, 800 years, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
On
Why?
the
Yeah, where
BMFcast? Okay. All right.
Where
I
we
just
do whatever the fuck we want.
wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy.
No.
yeah, because June was always a dumb, like, Nin June.
Right. Yeah.
Cuba Gooding
Okay.
June.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going crazy.
Freedom
So,
It started, I think.
Loki, we do Freedom Month every July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all it really
means we're
means
free
is
to do
we're
whatever
not
the
doing
hell
a
we
theme
want.
month.
yeah, really, this whole year is a freedom year, pretty much.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
We freed ourselves from 1990.
Except for the fact that we've had a theme for every fucking show since we
those are
started.
individual
They've been
jokes.
impromptu themes. Nothing's been planned out
Yeah.
yet.
Well,
Next week,
next week begins the.
yeah,
Other-
we got a thing next week. You're
we
gonna
had the
like
whole
it.
month of February was planned out.
Well, that's a thing we
theme.
do. That's just given. We're never not doing that. But
Right.
yeah, this was Freedom Week and also Pie Week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Second half. We have voicemails, by the way.
Same as the first. A little bit louder and a whole lot worse. Patreon content. Real quick. Let folks know that
What?
we're going to start doing Patreon crap.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start
Yep.
doing it. I'm gonna post something to the website tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just figured
we'll
we'd-
mention it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patreoners, you will get information tomorrow.
Boom, boom.
All right, let's do this. All right, and welcome back.
Hey, BMFcast, second
BMFcast.
half. Number 2 of 2
Second half.
to be followed by the end.
Were you looking at me? Like, am I the only one that watch movies?
You are.
Yeah.
Did you watch movies?
All right, well, then I guess I'll be very brief so that we can get to some correspondence and move along with our lives.
Yeah.
I recently took a detour into the world of HBO Go/Now to see what they had offering out there in their movies.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed that the Mackie recommended What We Do in the Shadows was out there. So I decided to watch that. Yeah, I agree. You should probably watch that movie. It's one of those, like, it's a mockumentary movie, but like not quite so much in your face version like Spinal Tap. It's just kind of like at a certain point you kind of forget that that's the premise of the movie until occasionally they're like, they reference the camera people or like something like that, where you just kind of, oh yeah, that's right. They're doing the found footage / documentary thing here. I forgot, because the movie it never really has like the pop up things all the time to remind you like that's what it is or thing like that. So their performances are funny, and I like that they basically capture every type of vampire myth that there is kind of in it. Just like all your various assorted vampires are covered in this, and the jokes are made about various, you've got your Nosferatu style, you've got your Vlad the Impaler, punk rock vampires, all that shit is in there. So it's a funny, charming little movie. It's way more violent than I was expecting, which is good, but it plays like it needs to. But
It's so weird that guy's making Thor 3. It just it makes no sense to me that's
a bit of a jump, I suppose, but
because that movie feels. I mean, that movie has special effects, but it feels so low key and like not. So,
We got
God,
jokes.
Yep, it feels so subdued.
oh, okay, all right.
In that regard. But yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. While I was there looking around, I decided to watch a movie that somehow all these years I've avoided seeing. That I was just like, all right, I guess it's time because it's here, and why not? I watched the movie Smoking Aces, or Smokin'.
Smoking, yeah.
Smoking
Gotta
Aces. I believe
respect that apostrophe.
Yeah, gotta respect the apostrophe.
All right.
I had never seen that movie, and I was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. This has got a whole bunch of people in it, including some people that are more famous now than when they made the movie.
Right.
Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, this movie. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's it's one of those. It's well after the let's copy Pulp Fiction train had passed, but it still felt like it was. I felt like this was more like let's capitalize on the the second wave, like let's ride the lock stock snatch kind of thing. This is more like the second coming of the Tarantino fast talking crime caper things. It's a pretty good movie. I did like how it kind of comes together by the end. It's weird because there's very uneven levels of performing in this movie. Like there's some people that are really into it and really giving really like excellent performances, and then there's other people that are just miscast and like kind of don't give two fucks about being there.
Example.
Well, like Jeremy Piven is in it, and I say this because I'm sure you're probably gonna like your initial reaction is to groan, but like he fucking goes all out in this movie, and like in a really good way, like in a subtle way.
He's weird how he picks his spots for that sort of thing.
Yeah, like this is like he's kind of like the main focus of this movie. He's the guy that like all of these people are after in this movie, and he just plays this guy who's starts the movie like I'm the best, I'm badass, I'm cocksure, and I'm just walking around like nobody can touch me. And then by the end, it's just like when he realizes the doom that's coming down upon him, he just goes down this drug spiral that's like the kind of shit you'd see in Goodfellas, where it's like, holy fuck, dude! Like by the end of this movie, it's just like how much like you had to have done actual cocaine, right? I mean, that's that's the only way you could be doing this right now.
On that note, how's Ray Liotta? Which Ray Liotta do we get in this one?
Yeah.
You get somewhat subdued Ray Liotta.
No.
I mean, he plays a good foil to Ryan Reynolds because they're kind of partners in this. Mm-hmm. So like he lets Ryan Reynolds do the crazy, and he's just kind of like the sane one. So, which is fine. I mean, the thing is, like, this movie is such an ensemble piece that like you don't get a ton from any one person.
Right.
So like even if like someone's bothering you, it's like, well, they'll just be gone in 30 seconds because we'll move on to what other storyline. But the bad side of your example, like they try to do some stunt casting, like they put Alicia Keys in this, and she's not awful, but it's like next to some of the other people, it's just like, all right, you know, you're obviously not acting is not your first game here,
Right.
You know, kind of thing. Especially like because like they partner up with Taraji P Henson, who was in like Hustle and Flow and a bunch of stuff, and like she's like giving a great performance, you know, like it's funny to me, like because like people are giving like really good performances next to people that are like barely caring, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So that's what makes it a little uneven, but in the end, I liked it. I mean, it's Joe Carnahan, so you know you're going to get at least some well filmed action kind of stuff. So I would say it's a novelty piece, and it is kind of one of those ones you can watch now and go like, oh hey, you know, like Chris Pine's in this doing crazy, you know, redneck thing like before he was Captain Kirk, you know, where you can go like, oh hey, him, and he's doing a nutty thing here.
You scroll through this cast, it does not stop.
No.
Like, it never gets to a point where it's like, okay, I've never heard of any of these people. It just keeps throwing names at you.
Right.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean it's out there. It's on HBO Go /now. They're on demand stuff. Whatever flavor of it you have, and
I always get this movie mixed up with Lucky Number 11.
yeah, that's not really an ensemble piece.
I think they have similar box art.
All right.
Something about it. Those two movies like came out around the same time and just was like, hey, these are people
this
who
is
don't
better.
normally make those wacky crime movies.
This
and
is better than that.
Okay.
Not that was bad, but this is better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say watch it. I mean, you know, just be ready for ultraviolence, plenty of fucks said, and all that,
And given. Yes.
Cool. Well, glad to hear it's on HBO Go at least. So I'll check it out.
This is one of those. I think they made a watered down direct-to-video sequel type.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
got Vinnie
if
Jones
you made
in
a
it.
movie in the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s, you were getting a watered down direct-to-video sequel
Yes.
with nobody from the original in it, but
Called American Pie Presents Bandcamp.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So you guys want some emails?
Sure.
Sure. You like that?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Wanna do
I
it?
will take an email.
I love emails.
Just one or two to start off, and we'll see where it
Yeah,
goes.
ease us in.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. I can make that happen for you. First one up's from Chase, like the landmass island. And this is his urban martial arts movie follow-up. So he says, hey there, BMFcast dudes. It's Chase, like the landmass island here. Since I last wrote in early December regarding Jet Li's U.S. movies, and more specifically the post-Matrix fad of urban martial arts movies, I've done my due diligence / dirty work and watched Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, and Cradle to the Grave. In watching these movies and what little bonus material the DVDs contain, I learned all three were churned out by the Matrix producer Joel Silver and Polish director Andrzej Bartosiak. Have fun pronouncing that. They're an interesting trilogy to see in succession since they have very similar casts and all force-feed the viewer ridiculous helpings of bad wire work, CGI, and hip-hop.
Oh, boy.
I had previously relayed that they were all too long for the BMFcast treatment, but after seeing them, I take it back. In my opinion, I think I stumbled upon an overlooked gem in Exit Wounds, which I will suggest you make an 11-minute runtime exception for. Sorry.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. Let me attempt to sell you. It features a skinny-ish but pushing 50-year-old Steven Seagal being forced to do wire fu, including jumping over an oncoming Ford Taurus. A surprisingly deep supporting cast featuring Bill Duke, Bruce McGill, Michael Jai White, Jill Hennessy, and a horribly 80-yard Eva Mendes. Ridiculous comic relief, in quotation marks, from Anthony Anderson and Tom Arnold. And most importantly for a BMFcast-worthy movie, a metric ton of shootouts, car chases, dumb fight sequences, and explosions! All that rambling to say, it hit the sweet spot for me, and I think it might possibly do the same for you. Crash and burn, except for my magical decoding glasses. Sorry, I just watched National Treasure for the first time.
This email's on the back of the Constitution.
That email was trying to tell us something.
I think it was trying to tell us to watch the Joel
Exit Wounds,
Silver
yeah.
Exit Wounds and stuff.
Yeah, Exit Wounds is all right. I think it's like the last not Romanian
Yeah, we've
Steven
always,
Seagal movie.
I seem to remember you mentioning Exit Wounds as like, stop watching Steven Seagal if it was made after this movie.
I think that might be the the line of demarcation. Yeah, it's still strange. We've only watched 2 Seagal movies. He has 150 movies, and
It feels like we've watched a lot more.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you want to do a voicemail?
Sure.
I thought we were doing emails.
This is a
We're doing
special-
both.
This is one with, it's like an email, but with words.
Ooh.
Like spoken words.
Yeah, words are for
It's
suckers.
like beat emails.
Hey, BMFcast, it's your buddy Kent in Indiana calling about your most recent episode that I've been listening to. It's probably not the most recent episode when you play this, but Sweet Jesus, Preacher Man. And it reminded me, just one of the plot points, the sort of taking over the role as a preacher, reminded me of a movie called Divine Enforcer, which doesn't star, it does star somebody. It stars Jan Michael Vincent and Eric Estrada. They are neither one the Divine Enforcer. It's got kind of a kung fu priest taking on a Hannibal Lecter-style wannabe killer guy. It's not a great movie, but there are some ridiculous points featuring the great phrase, God forgives, but I don't. I think that was later reused for the film Machete. Maybe Quentin has seen this movie. Maybe he just saw the trailer. That's all you really probably need. Anyway, just thought I'd drop you a line and mention that movie, Divine Enforcer. I think it was 91, 93? Somewhere in the golden age. But, yeah. All right. Well, peace. That's all I got. Nothing more. Crash and burn.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, two things.
Two things.
One, 92.
Okay.
So you danced around
He
it.
was right in the middle.
The other thing, Jim fucking Brown is in this movie.
What?
You lead with that.
Yeah, burying the lead.
Jim Brown. And Don Stroud and Robert Zadar. Dude, hold on. You did not sell this movie properly.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
think
sounds
that's
like we're
a
watching
bingo
this.
on the BMFcast card right
Yeah,
there.
that's a bingo right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
90 minutes.
Sold.
Uh-huh.
Sold. We're doing it.
Yep.
Put it on the schedule.
From the writer of Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Put it on the schedule. Patreon followers will find
I
out
think that's a lock.
when we're doing it.
Let me write that down.
Not to spoil it. I know you guys paid to find out early what movies we're doing, but
Uh-huh.
I'm spoiling it now.
Yeah.
We're doing that one.
Yeah, that's happening.
Not next week, but
no.
soon.
We got a plan. All right.
All right. Chuck is literally adding it to the list
I am.
as we speak. All right. So next one up is from David, who says, "Hello, BAMFcasters. I know you get a lot of suggestion emails, so I thought I'd throw you some topics instead. Lately, I saw Gods of Egypt. It currently has a 12% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and generally has been given bad reviews. I thoroughly disagree with the rating and a lot of the bad reviews. It seems most people who reviewed got mixed up and thought they were seeing The Godfather. The purpose of the movie was to entertain and have fun, both of which I did. So why do so many people base going to movies based on critics' reviews? I used to, but after loving a slew of movies they hated, I stopped. The other topic is whitewashing in movies. My 2 cents are, if it is based in reality and on real or perceived real events, whitewashing should not be used. But in a movie like Gods of Egypt, it doesn't matter. There is basically no sense of real life at all. It's pure fantasy. Plus, you might as well hate all those movies from the 60s and 50s if you hate whitewashing, because hiring minorities for film roles wasn't illegal or anything. They just didn't do it. They were perfectly aware of what they were doing. Sorry for the long email of the podcast and generally want to know what you think. Crash and Burn, David, sent from Tron's personal diary."
On the second point, it's 2016. You can find Egyptians to play Egyptians. End of story. There's no excuse anymore.
Yeah.
I understand the studio mentality of you got to have stars in a big budget movie to make your money back.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got to make stars who aren't white people.
Yeah.
So that you can make a movie like this somewhat authentic. I get the point of this movie's total fantasy and bullshit, so what does it matter? But I just think we're at the point where if you're making a movie set in Egypt, you could have some Egyptians in it.
Yeah, you could have right.
You know? It just
The days of it being okay to cast John friggin' Wayne as Genghis Khan
Yeah.
are far behind us.
right. Make a star. Make one.
Charlie Chan,
Yeah,
that sort of
and-
shit is.
Here's the thing. Like, a movie like Gods of Egypt, when you look at the trailer, you don't go, "Oh man, I wonder who's in that." You go, "Look at this crazy shit."
Yeah.
Who cares if freaking Jamie Lannister's in it?
Right.
Gerard Butler, fine, whatever.
He loses an eye in this one, not a hand.
Yeah, that was honestly when we watched the trailer. My wife and I were like, "Is he just going to lose body parts in every role?"
Only things he has pairs of, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's dumb. I think either way. I mean, I understand. Yes, you cast the best actor for the role. And you also, and eventually marketing comes in and says, well, we have to have someone marketable, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, like, there really shouldn't be as many excuses as there are right now. And that's really the big thing, is it's like, yeah, it was okay in the 60s because that's how the 60s were. And it wasn't okay, but that's why it happened.
Yeah. And I'll admit, aside from London Has Fallen, which I want to see, I don't particularly care to see Gerard Butler in anything.
Yeah.
He's not someone I look at and go, oh, man, the next Gerard Butler movie, fuck yes.
Is that a really a marketable name?
They're still riding the 300 train with him. It's not like he has had, like, all just these consecutive hits after. It's, oh, man, Gerard Butler is just a huge megastar. I don't get it, because, like, right after 300, he kind of became doughy and beardy, and it's just like...
Well, I mean, he was... understandably fucking ripped.
No, I know.
movie.
I'm just saying, like, afterwards, it's like he's no longer anything what he was in 300.
Yeah. He went Russell Crowe pretty quick.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Yeah, I mean,
and Russell Crowe now at this point is just like, I don't know why people are casting him either. He just doesn't seem like he gives a fuck about anything except eating.
Right. I still think, on the opposite side of that, I still think the funniest thing I ever read was somebody doing the opposite version of that, where they were chastising them casting Rami Malek in the one of the Night at the Museum movies as an Egyptian character.
Yes.
They're like, oh, we can't find any, and it's like the dude's Egyptian.
Yeah.
Like actual Egyptian heritage.
Yes.
Like, I still think that's like the funniest thing ever. Someone calling them out on that.
Oh yeah. That was a pretty good internet slapdown right there.
Yeah.
But it's sad that that's the guy you point to. It's like, oh, we've got an Egyptian. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, we need more than just to point to this guy from Mr. Robot and say, we've got an Egyptian over here. He can't do everything.
Yeah. Well,
he was busy, so we had to cast Gerard Butler.
And the problem also...
Well, there's no more Omar Sharif to get. So.
Well, I guess that's true.
The problem also becomes that when you have a character that people think is white and gets played by a black actor or otherwise...
Oh, yeah, it goes the other way, too.
The internet loses their shit completely.
Yeah.
You know, like Finn in Star Wars, when that first came up, everyone was like, no, they're clones. They're all white guys. You can't do this.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck you. Fuck off.
White guys, huh? I'm pretty sure what's his face.
And whatever.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Like, basically, it can't be a black guy
Django
because
was
this.
not a white guy.
He was. I don't know what his origin was.
Not a black guy. So, grr.
Yeah, he was on the acceptable spectrum of brown. I
guess.
Well,
Whatever.
that was like the.
Yeah, but also like the little girl in the first Hunger Games movie. Like it's never really specified what race she is in the books.
Right.
But when people found out she was black, they were like, she was white when I read the book.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, was she? But people love to lose their shit over that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it feel worse, is it's like, well, they cast a white guy because they couldn't find anybody else to do it. But, when they cast a black actor or anything else, people are like, no, you should have found a white guy.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it feel worse.
The one that I've heard lately and confirmed by... so they're making a Dark Tower or something. I can't remember if it's a movie or a series.
I was about to
think
ask, are people losing their shit over that?
No, because
they better not be, because I will murder them all with my left goddamn hand.
I started to see some typing that you could see the sentence of, hold on, Idris Elba, ... And then the internet was just like, you shut the fuck up right now. How dare you?
Yeah.
You do not besmirch Idris Elba for any casting whatsoever, because everyone wants him casted.
I think Idris Elba will come to your house and punch you in the mouth.
Fine.
I'm good with that.
Do it.
So
I'd do it for the fine.
I think 99%. I think like casting directors are probably trying their best. I think it's a level above
Some of
them.
them.
Where, well, I think there are some that who manage to get the right ideas through and get stuff done, and then I think there's just a layer of corporate bullshit above a lot of them where it's just like, no, get Gerard Butler and the handsome guy from Game of Thrones, because that's who the ladies want.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure that the directors and casting directors have to make a lot of deals.
Yeah.
They have to go, all right, well, we want this guy, and this guy. And they go, well,
you can have
you
one,
get one of them.
But I need Gerard
Butler is this guy.
Yeah.
And that's not negotiable.
Yeah.
So I think it ends up a lot like that.
Yeah,
As far as his first part goes,
Sure.
like some filmmakers know what movie they're making. Some studios know exactly what movie they're making.
I
Horror,
haven't seen it. Obviously, I mean, none of us have seen Gods of Egypt, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'm giving it 1 star.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
You
but
should tweet that
I'll give it another star maybe later.
when you see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
like it feels like horror is the only genre that gets to just, I don't want to say get a free pass, but like general film critics are just completely ignored when it comes to horror. Like, they made 7 Saw movies. I don't know which ones are good or not because I've never seen any of them. But they kept making them because people kept watching them. Same with Paranormal Activity. Critics probably gave all of them 3 stars at best.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
But fans of that stuff, and I hate the term fans of the genre, but fans of certain genres understand what they're getting into most of the time. And something like Gods of Egypt, it's like, yeah, it's a dumb CG fest of just crazy fantasy stuff. And critics, the problem with critics is they have to see everything. And that really that'll mess you up.
Well,
That'll keep you from giving good grades to things.
yes. Look, the critics scenescape, whatever, has changed a tremendous amount since about the year 2000. And I'm coming from a place where I was in that field for a while. There's a thing now where people say critics, and you still think of that to mean like your local newspaper critic, or the local wire critic, or someone on the weekend TV show who reviews a movie. That's not what it is anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many sources for it and personalities, and it's not just guys in tweed jackets, who really want to be at the theater
with a little pen light.
Yeah, who really want to be, directing on Broadway and shit, going to see Friday the 13th Part 7. That's not happening anymore. You've got people who really want to just love movies. I mean, the most disheartening thing is like these critics who have been working like forever and ever and ever come out at the end of their tenure and are just like, I never wanted to be Time Magazine's movie critic. I hated every second of it. All my reviews are bogus. Fuck all y'all. I retire. It's like, good Lord. What on earth?
Yeah.
You just don't have that anymore. You've got enthusiasts writing about movies now, and you can find sources for this kind of stuff. On the flip side of that, it's all a race to the toilet, basically, in terms of like who can shit on something more. As soon as there's a whiff of something, like as soon as Gods of Egypt was like, hold on, they're white, the internet was like, fuck that movie. Like right away, just like, nope.
Well, I think
go to hell, movie.
That and more just you look at that preview and
well, sure, it looks like dumb.
It looks dumb as shit.
Yeah, it does.
Which is fine.
Sure,
like it. You make the movie for your audience.
I know, but you get that one little hook that you can sink your teeth into, and it's not just like, well, that looks dumb. It's like, hold on, Gods of Egypt, white guys, fuck everything about that movie. I'm going to rate it worse than Adam Sandler's last movie because I can. And I'm an internet critic, so you have to find like the people who aren't total fucking assholes about everything.
And that's really what it's become for me as far as reviews go, is whose opinions do I like? Who generally writes a good review and writes something interesting about a movie, even if they don't like it.
Yeah. The score for Gods of Egypt on Rotten Tomatoes is 12% from critics,
right,
and 48% from audience. So,
my only basis is I saw the trailer, was like, I don't want to see that CG piece of garbage, and then it was even sadder to learn that Alex Proyas directed it, and I was like, what have you done with your career?
Right.
What?
I mean, I'll fully admit,
his
with
career's gone bad.
Yeah, well, it's like
knowing that
it started strong, and then it was like it got a little weaker, then it got a little weaker, then it got real weak, and then it got a little better, and then it got super weak.
I mean, Gods of Egypt is that kind of movie that as soon as it's on cable, I will record it and watch it because, that's what I have cable for, is the catch-all for all the movies I don't feel are worth paying for anywhere else. I'll see it at some point. It's probably going to be like Pompeii, where it's like, this is really dumb. Might be okay.
And like, honestly, I think some filmmakers know they're making like an FX cable Saturday afternoon movie.
hey, they have the movies.
Yeah. but like they know like this shit's going to run on cable for ages.
Yeah.
And they're fine with that. They know more people are probably going to see it because of that.
Yep.
So, I don't know. But yeah,
they made two of those CG Clash of the Titans movie, so
They did. I was shocked they made that second one. Like, why?
second one's better though.
Yeah, the second one was better.
I know, but it just seems so odd that like, Clash of the Titans came and went, and everyone was like, "Yeah, all right, well, that was a thing." And then they're like, "We're making another one," and everyone was like, "Why?"
Honestly, I think the only thing that saved that was like all the famous people as the gods.
Yes.
Because like the other people was like, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't care.
Yep. Exactly.
I can't tell one of those people from another. Like,
I know.
oh, it's something Cleese, and over there is an Estes store.
I'm something, please.
Something that's going to cure your allergies.
God, son of that god.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that it's also part of it is just that Rotten Tomatoes is not the best system because a middling review, where does it end up?
Yeah.
Sometimes it ends up on the positive, sometimes it ends up on the splat or whatever they use.
Yeah.
But it's the whole Metacritic thing as well, where it's like everything gets reduced to a yes or a no.
Right.
There's no in between. Where there's plenty of movies that that we watch where we're like, yeah, you can do a lot worse, but you can do a hell of a lot better. But if it's on TV, we'll probably watch this. Mm-hmm. Like I think we said it was like with I, Frankenstein. We're like, you're probably going to see this on FX 2 years from now and be like, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, you'll catch 40 minutes of it and go, yeah, that might have been all right.
Fucking Superman punched a gargoyle. That was pretty cool. But we're not going to be like, man, set your DVR. But Rotten Tomatoes wants either set your DVR or fuck that thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't want hey, if it's on, man, you're going to fucking watch it. There's no
Chuck Fine section.
Yeah, there really is no Chuck Fine
Yeah,
section.
it's called the garbage section.
No.
I would say it's more the core section.
I like the core.
Exactly.
As in the center of the...
No, as in
tomato?
the movie with Hilary Swank.
Oh, the core section.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movie where they
Dumbest
Yes,
fucking...
the best movie in the world.
the one where they go to the center of Europe to find out if the core and Hilary Swank are hot or not.
Yes.
They found out
God.
that the core is hot.
Right.
Hillary Swank,
It depends on the moment.
still undecided.
Hey, they land a space shuttle in the LA River
Well,
Basin,
my point
so-
is like
Yeah, they do.
it doesn't account for movies like The Core, where you see the trailer, you're like, restart the Earth, fuck you, and then like later you're like watching it on FX and you're like, this is all right,
Yep.
and then you're like watching it again, it's like, this is actually pretty fucking good. And then
Yeah.
like third time, like, I fucking love this movie.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my love affair with the core.
Right.
Yeah, like there's no way to make a distinction between, hey, this movie's good and hey, this movie's entertaining.
Yeah.
Because those are two very different things a lot of the time.
Absolutely.
The Core, entertaining as shit. Is it good?
nah.
yeah.
Hackers, entertaining as shit. Is it good?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to go to bat for hackers.
Right.
Backers.
Thanks to
I'm
all
a
our
hacker's backer.
Thanks to all our Patreon backers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think part of the issue with that is that we have this weird American school system version of what a percentage is. So like anything
right.
under a 64% is fucking failure.
Yeah.
So
Whereas if a movie is more than 50% good,
it's good.
And there's something good
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
If I say that movie's 51% good, you should watch that movie.
Yeah, it's
more
well,
good
not
than
quite,
bad.
It's not quite Chuck Fine, or it's
better
worse
than bad.
it's better than Chuck Fine,
good.
but
Chuck Fine's like 80%.
Well, and everyone.
what? No, Chuck Fine is like 45%.
No, Chuck Fight is like 30% at best.
Yeah. It's pretty low.
I'm not debating
Chuck-
this with you again.
Chuck Fine is like,
There we
I
go.
walked into the movies and they didn't immediately punch me in the testicles.
Right.
Yeah.
I was able
I didn't
to
get a-
watch the movie unmolested.
Right,
It was
yeah.
Chuck
Nobody
Fine.
poured a bucket of semen on me. It was Chuck Fine.
Right. Yeah, that. All
Okay,
the
sure.
things.
Yes,
That's my preferred theater experience.
Yeah.
Nobody threw a bucket of semen on me.
that's really the
It
best.
was a good movie.
No one
Yeah.
ejaculated in my sunscreen.
Every movie I've ever seen has been Chuck Fine.
yeah,
It's
me
been
too.
at least Chuck
Yes.
Fine.
At
At
least.
least Chuck Fine.
Yes, if that's the criteria we're using now, I can say 100%.
Yeah.
The Chuck Fine bucket of semen.
I also find it like, I think,
Chuck bucket.
I don't know what it is about, maybe it's the internet or what, but I think everyone needs to get kind of divorced from the idea of like, this 2 hours is so precious that I cannot give it up for something I might not like. Or, my $15 at a theater, like, oh God, if I spent that $15 and I didn't like that movie, then what have I done? This
Yeah.
is, and it's like, don't eat at Subway for a couple days. There's your $15 fucking dollars.
I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. People who smoke on a daily basis will be like, I don't know if I want to go see that movie. It's like you're taking
Yeah.
a fucking
Yeah,
you're
and
putting
they-
cancer in your face.
And
but
also
you're
spending,
worried that the next Saw movie may not be the best use of your time.
also
Fuck
spending
you.
like between $6 and $12 a pack too,
Yes,
which
exactly.
is the cost of a movie.
Yes.
I think even better is the people who are like, I don't know, 7 Fast and Furious movies? I don't think I can pay for that.
Yeah.
And man, that was the worst movie ever. And then later that night, it's like, shots, woo!
Yep.
Like, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't believe I spent $15 on that. Well, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other $150 you spent later that night?
The perception of value has gotten really strange when it comes to entertainment, especially.
Yeah, but we really like everyone needs to divorce themselves from the idea that like, oh no, if I've wasted this 2 hours, I'll never get it back. It's like you don't get it back, but who cares?
Did you take a nap that day?
Yeah, you can.
You fucking literally went comatose.
I mean, the thing is, like,
You
if
can
a
sit in
movie
traffic.
You're
for
never
2
going to get
hours,
any time
right?
back. At least you spent that time in pursuit of something that might have been good.
if a movie is that bad, you have the physical capacity to get up and walk out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I have been to those movies where it's like, no, get the fuck up and walk out.
Yeah. Yep.
If I see another second of this, I'm going to gouge my own eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a call.
630,720 hours. 2 of them are not that precious.
No, they're not.
No. All right, you want to do one more voicemail?
Sure.
Let's do that.
You bet I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there, BMFcast. I'm sitting here in a parking lot with a dead battery, and I thought to call you guys. The whole reason you were put into my phone was to call you if my car broke down, in order to entertain myself while waiting. And I'm sitting here, and I'd just love to know if you'd ever think of reviewing 1989's Girlfriend from Hell. Certainly B-movie quality, has some decent acting, even while being pretty subpar. It was only shown on, like, USA Up All Night at one point, and then it just disappeared into nothingness. One actress I really remember in it was also in 16 Candles, playing the best friend role. But really, that chick is a scene stealer. She had curly black hair. Anyway, don't remember her name, maybe. The actress's name is Leanne. Don't know. So it's the only performance that really makes me remember this movie, Girlfriend from Hell. Thanks for entertaining me while I wait, guys. Cliche out.
I don't believe she's the first person to ask for Girlfriend from Hell either.
Really?
I think someone commented on our on the Facebook page a little while back.
Well,
Talking about that movie. Yeah, I don't recognize anybody in this movie.
The first sentence of the plot description is, "The devil is a woman."
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes?
Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, she said 1990, right?
89, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 89.
Yeah. What are you wowing at?
The plot.
Yeah.
The inventor of the condom, now God's bounty hunter,
Uh-huh.
is tasked with tracking down and capturing the devil who has possessed the body of a high school wallflower in order to feed on human souls via sex.
Yeah. That's a plot.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I'd watch it real good.
92 minutes.
90 minutes.
Put it on the list.
I'm going to put it on
Put
the
it on
list
the
right now.
list,
Put
Chuck.
it on the list right now.
Put it on the list.
Building the list.
Sounds pretty good.
Girlfriend from Hell. On the list.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See if we can track that down.
Okay.
Yeah, check the keywords. There's
I
a lot
am,
of them.
don't worry.
There's a lot of them keywords.
Eh?
It should really be first. I wish they wouldn't bury the lead.
It has gay bar.
Gay bar?
You can hopefully maybe it'll be
gay bar.
maybe you get your
Will it be a real gay bar,
It
or
better
will it
be
be
like
a
Police
Hollywood Police Academy?
well, you
gay
want a
bar?
police academy.
Yes,
gay
I
bar,
do.
don't
That's
you?
what I
they're
want out
not-
of every gay bar. Just walk in and da-da-da-da-da-da.
They're not like that, Chuck. I hate to break this to you. They're just not like that.
It's so
at
soul
all.
crushing.
They're
Stop.
They're just boring bars with
Yep.
people who like different people in it. That's all.
Okay, fine. On the list.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
There you go.
So that'll be one of the many things that we announce on our Patreon
Yeah.
when the time comes.
Is that a segue?
It is.
Awesome. Good segue. Well done. Speaking of Patreon,
Yeah. Thanks for
thanks for reminding me.
way to stomp all over that.
looping back on
way
that
to just take
segue.
that segue and just crush it under your boot.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, is that a Segway you're riding?
Oh yeah.
All right, see you later.
So yeah, BJ,
Segue.
talk to us about the Patreon.
Well, we're still astonished. We're still just astonished and astounded. You guys are awesome, and we've turned over the month, and on March 1st they took all your money. It's ours now. Thank you very much for all of it. But we wanted to let everybody know, all of our patrons know, that we are going to be we're going to start sending emails and stuff to take care of the rewards for hitting our certain levels and for your donation levels. And we are hard at work on the BS bonus podcast sort of thing. We are recording nearly every line that we say when we are away from you and together as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically just put Stifler cams all around everywhere
Right.
we
Right.
are.
Yeah.
And if you hit the $250 a month level, we'll let you see the video.
Right. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, I would pay that.
But no, we've been working on that, and that will be happening soon. So
In March.
yes, in March.
Before March is up.
Right.
It will be posted for you.
So patrons of all levels will be able to access that wonderful bit of hilarity. And like I said, patrons of all levels who have rewards due, we will be getting in contact with you, likely through Patreon to get those handled.
Probably
So
in the next week or so.
keep an eye out for that hot shit. And as always,
Hot shit.
Hot shit.
I mean hot shit.
Hottest shit.
I mean hot shit in the Nelly way, not in like
Oh.
gross.
Yeah.
Like we are gonna
Hot
have to
shit,
take
not
off all
a
our
Cleveland
clothes?
steamer.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like street sweepers and all that?
Right.
Okay, great.
cocked, ready to let it go.
Okay.
Anyway, also thank you so much. Your response has been humbling. We're amazed, and we look forward to doing very cool things. And also, we are shockingly close to our next goal. So if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, donate to our Patreon
Where can they find it?
at patreon.com/BMFcast.
Cool.
As with all things /BMFcast.
Pretty much.
Twitter.com/BMFcast.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/BMFcast. YouTube.com/BMFcast.
Or you can just go to
Or
the website.
BMFcast.com.
That's it. Or email us at bmf@bmfcast.com. Man, that's a great way to take care of all that contact information.
Yeah. Just blow through all of that.
But the one thing we forgot is the Garfield phone, like Cliche used tonight to get a hold of us when her car broke down. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything for her, but listen. But if your car breaks down and you want to talk to us, 9105-JOCKS-BMF or 910-556-9263.
Car talk.
Yeah. We can't tell you how to fix anything.
No, we'll
and
just say
all
we're
we
sorry.
can do is listen.
We'll
and
just go,
listen
hey,
to it later.
check your spark plugs.
Yeah, you gotta check your.
Check your spark plugs. Change the oil.
Yeah.
Unflat that tire.
Might be a solenoid. Huh?
I think she's flooded. That's all we got.
Put some gasoline on it.
Right.
Rub some
Rub
dirt
some
on
dirt
it.
in
All these things.
Change your blinker fluid.
Yeah. This has been
Headlight
Car
flip.
Talk.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get out of here, shall we?
Please.
Can't even segue
Good
out
idea.
of I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BMFcast out.
Woo!
Bye.
Pie, everyone!
Yeah.
Pie.
Pie. Good pie. Pie.
Bye, Miss American
Fury.
Pie.
Good night,
She drove her
everyone.
Chevy to the limit, and now her Chevy is dry. That's why she can't drive anywhere.
Don't exist anywhere.
Huh?
People keep recommending movies that don't exist.
Aw.
I mean, they do, but they're shitty VHS. Never made it past that.
Aw.
Is Girlfriend from Hell difficult to find?
I'm guaranteed it's on Cinemageddon, but it's just
Don't forget, sometime this month, or sometime this year, we
Oh,
need to
what?
watch Link. We have a VHS sitting by.
Oh, Link. Yeah.
Link?
Elizabeth Shue is in that, right?
Huh?
Isn't Elizabeth Shue in that?
All right. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
What do you think? I have Google?
Yes.
Who watched part of Watch it for April Part 2.
Right.
Yeah. The second week of April.
Yeah.
First week of April is already taken.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a monkey movie? Are we doing April?
We have a monkey movie.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, damn it.
Aw, come on.
Oh, that shit, that's worse than Stifler. Okay.
Worse than Stifler.
Mm-hmm.
That's crying shame.
No such thing.
It is. We've all
I'm gonna go watch these
talking
other three
animals.
American Pie movies.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Bye. Good night, everybody. We're shutting it down now.
Internet, I love you.
Bye.
We like you. I like you as a friend, Internet.
The internet.